Hello, you absolute units. How is everybody? Welcome back to another wonderful episode of the Hiveless King. What's going on, everybody? It does appear that as of right now, Pork has decided to spare our OBS, and everything appears to be fucking in working order this time. My God. So everyone, do your due diligence. Pray the pork away. Pray the pork away. Pray the pork away. Oh man, what's going on, everybody? We're back. I'm hoping to get the base a bit more figured out today. I want to get the towers up and running, get the towers set up, use the Shift F12 to move things into place, and get the actual castle built up, and get that all situated and taken care of. So, yeah. Hello, Red. Yesterday's episode was fantastic. I'm glad you enjoyed. I'm happy that you guys enjoyed it because except for that one little soiree that we had over in the crater, I wasn't really satisfied with yesterday's episode. I kind of felt like we weren't doing as much as we could have. I felt like we could have been doing more. So I'm glad that you guys enjoyed it. Is it just me, or is my mic a little quieter than usual? Hopefully it's picking things up right. Let me scooch a little closer to my mic. There she goes. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna get the hive towers up and running. Get that all set and taken care of, and get the base proper and actually, like, set up and functional. So them's the plans. Now, in order to do that, we need to upgrade our workbench. We're working on wind theory right now. Hero is into house, indeed. So the hope is, what is it? We need to upgrade this. We need to get wind power situated, get that taken care of. Once this is upgraded, we need to look into large building shells, which we need an engineering research in order to do. So engineering research, big one. Power, wind generator, we're going to need iron and copper. I don't know what the wind situation out here is. Truthfully, it's probably not that great. I don't think we're gonna be able to get that much wind out here. I'm not really totally certain on that. So actually, I'm gonna take a brief opportunity to Google that. Watcher's Rim wind speed Kenshi. Watcher's Rim. Let's see what the wind speed is here. What is the weather situation? What is the wind? The wind. Doesn't tell me. Does not tell me what the average wind speeds are here. Not great. Not great. Not great. Okay, well, we'll go from there. Fuel farms. In order to do fuel farms, we're gonna need we're gonna need fuel, and to do fuel, we're probably gonna need like hydroponics or something. So, a couple avenues we could go with that. Power. Honestly, it's almost worth like looking into getting solar generators. Well, let's drop this down and see what it says the wind speed would be. Wind is 58%, actually. That's not terrible. That's actually not terrible. That's actually not terrible. Okay, so there is wind here. I don't know if it's like that all the time, but the wind is 58%. So, that's pretty cool. Yeah, fair enough. What's the HQ going to be called? Right now, it's called the Red Castle. Because what is it? Our main hiver here is a red hiver. He's got that kind of red defect. That's part of his character. So it's called the Red Castle currently. We may end up changing that later on, but right now that's kind of what we're going with. All right, so we're gonna put that right there. There is wind speed here though, so that's good. It's not fantastic, but it's enough. It is enough. The red. Oh, you know what? The Crimson Throne actually works better. The Crimson Throne works better. I like that. We'll do kind of a mix of that instead of the Crimson Kingdom, the Crimson Throne. Actually, you've given me an idea. So what we'll do is we'll do the Red Throne, and then I'm actually going to rename the faction from the Hiveless to the Crimson Kingdom, because that is a solid idea. Look at that. Boom. I'm for it. I like it. Okay, so we are the Crimson Kingdom. This is the Red Throne of the Crimson Kingdom. Love it. Love everything about it. We love everything about it. Okay, so what we're going to need to do, Eno is resting up now. Okay. We need copper. We need copper. Perhaps you can get a generator that runs on dead bodies. You do have a lot of Hive soldiers, so inevitably be able to inevitably you can capitalize on it. Damn it, Logic. Coming in here, whipping out your blaspheming. Over here, blaspheming. You guys hear this shit? He just jumps right in and starts blaspheming. Small copper resource right here. Boomski. You know, get over there. Start mining that copper, good buddy. I did take a minute last night and I downloaded a mod that adds it. So skin spiders now drop rotting, like foul meat. They drop foul meat now. I also added one in that makes it so that way fogmen can eat the raw meat. They can eat the raw meat and all that stuff because they previously couldn't. They had to eat cooked meat and they couldn't eat foul meat. So now the fogmen are able to eat those as well. So that's a thing. That's a thing. That is a thing. Okay, so go over here, get the power situation sorted. Love that. We'll get some power. Did you know I'm a little thirsty? I wonder why. God damn it! Why? Why have you done this? Why have you done this? Okay, so now we have power. We can upgrade this research bench. And then now the next thing we need to do is get an engineering research. We have to figure out where we're going to get that engineering research, which is a solid question. This ancient tech lab probably has at least one. Hey, Saiyan dropping in with the membership. Who got it this time? Not Logic. Dang it. Let's go gambling. The king has returned. It's true. It's true. He's back, and this time he has a big pointy triangle blade. Now we're gonna run back over here to this ancient tech lab. We're gonna try our hand at maybe sneaking in there again. We're gonna see what the security looks like this time, and see if we can get in there. Basically, we need one engineering research in order to get the hive towers. The hive towers will be easier to build because they don't require raw meat and whatnot. Unlike the first building we built, they just require 45 building materials each, which is, like, don't get me wrong, a lot of building materials. However, I think that we can accommodate that without too much of a problem. I think we can accommodate it without too much of an issue. I noticed that Kenshi doesn't have a thirst meter in vanilla Kenshi, but they remain hydrated. Do you think that that's because everyone in Kenshi is a Bear Grylls fan? I'm pretty sure it's just because hunger and thirst are like considered the same mechanic. According to Chris, that's why. Hunger and thirst are a compounded mechanic. They're not separate. That's what Chris said when asked about it. When we asked Chris about it, that's what he said. That's what he said. All right. Moving in. Moving in. See what happens here. I like my theory better. Let's propagate to the masses. We're going to tell the masses. Someone make a short. Someone's working on a thirst mechanic for Kenshi, but I don't know where he is on that or if he gave up. It could have gone either way. It could have gone many ways. Yeah, there's a lot of fucking spiders up here. And there's a dude, there's guys, there's people up here walking around. You see that shit? Yeah, I think it's just a guy. I think it's just one guy, one skeleton, one. Oh no, there he is. There's another one. A couple headless thralls. What's up with that? What's up with that? Yeah, we're not going on there. I think the thirst mechanic being too micromanagey is the actual. That's the explanation that Chris gave. Is he was like they're kind of compounded mechanics in. If you add too many individual meters and bars you have to take care of, then the entire game becomes just that, and that's he doesn't want to risk that, you know. Also, like, it's one more thing that you have to lug around, and like he really enjoys exploration. He likes challenge and whatnot, but he also enjoys exploration, and he doesn't want the challenge to get in the way of the exploration in that way. Um, like there's a difference between it being difficult, but difficult and challenging, but you're still able to go out and explore the world, versus like, oh, I'm confined because I don't have enough water to get me from point A to point B, water and food and space to get me from point A to point B, plus the gear. Like it's a little bit too restrictive, and it starts to decrease the fun. Right? There's a line where it's not that more realism makes things more fun; it's that too much micromanaging makes things less fun. Especially at least in a game like Kenshi, you know. Excuse me. More maps. We love maps. Engineering maps. Love those. More view. Those because we can sell them. Nice. Good luck on this one. Ancient science book. We love ancient science books. We're gonna grab that. Nice. Nope. Take you. Nope. You. Take, nope. Is there any other? Right there, another chest right there. Maps. Okay, let's look at the map. Let's look at the ye old maps. Oh, actually, we already have all of the engineering sites. Okay, so we have a bunch of these sites. Oh, there's an outpost here. Look at that. I had no idea. Just south of where I was at. Narcos Trap. That's cool. We know where a bunch of these old ruins are now. Old Control Tower, Crumbling Labs. Yeah, we know where a bunch of these are now. Ruins over there, some up here, over here, or a ton of them are now. Hero, have you ever shared your mod list? Maybe on Discord? Yeah, my mod list for every playthrough I do is always available in the description down below. I make all of them collections on Steam for one-click download. They're always there. Always there. Usually by the end of the first or second episode, I have my entire mod list available for public download. You can look through it. You can download all of it. You can cherry pick it, whichever you prefer. Question: what is the linguistic situation on the planet? Does everyone speak one language or different dialects? So technically speaking, not like the vast majority of the population as we know it speaks one language. There are probably different dialects of some kind. The only like known different language that we can observe in game is that of the Shrieking Bandits, but that's really it as far as I know. Um, Everyone else speaks the same language, which makes sense. They all came from the same source, being that of the First Empire. During the Age of Chaos, they may have been isolated for a time and developed different dialects and whatnot. But then during the Second Empire, they would have all been under the same umbrella empire as well again. So they would have all started speaking the same language again eventually. And then, it's only been 1,000 years since that happened. So realistically speaking, the only ones that have their own language would be that of the Shrieking Bandits. Outside of like the random like screeching and stuff from some of the other people, but like the Shrieking Bandits have an actual language that they speak, whereas the other races are just kind of like screaming, that make like the re noises and whatnot. The Rees, they speak Re. They're fluent in Re. They're fluent in Re. A battle pick. I'm not actually going to use it, but it's to have. Fluent in Re. It's like how most current languages are based in Latin. Exactly. Although I am sure that new dialects will pop up and start to propagate and stuff as times goes on. Falling Sun. Shit. It's actually a decent quality Falling Sun, but I can't carry it right now, so that's unfortunate. I'm here looking for engineering research. Probably not going to find it here, but we're going to take it. Chain shirt. I don't think any of us can wear that, but we can sell it. There is a bunch of spiders out here. We're going to shut the door. Shut that door. Also helps that skeletons wouldn't undergo linguistic shift over centuries, so they would serve to anchor the language to some degree and slow its evolution. Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. Especially when they were in control during the Second Empire. God damn, dude, fucking solid weapons here. when they were in control during the Second Empire, like they would have been the ones that established what languages were being used, what the primary languages were, which ones were being used. Oh my god, dude, we're fucking killing it with the finds here. Killing it. Absolutely killing it. Straight killing it. Good, we just got a new weapon for Beep, I think. Masterwork Chain Shirt. It sucks that we can't use any of these, because I mean, at the very least, we'll use them to get money. We'll have some solid source of money. Oh my god, dude, these weapons are badass. These weapons are badass. Really badass. Hold the wall. Pork is here. Pork, listen, everything's working tonight. I need you to not break shit, okay? Everything's working tonight. Nothing is broken so far. I need you to fucking control yourself, please. All right, I require just give me one day, man. Give me one stream where you don't mess my chat up. Oh, we got the evil Eagle's Cross. We got it. We got it. We have no longs, but it's a masterwork one too. Fuck. Oh my god, what do? Type 3. All right, we'll switch you to this. And we'll take the masterwork Eagle's Cross back for Squint. We got Squint got Squint what he wants. Paired no Dachi. Dude, why is so much of the fucking equipment in here so fucking cool? Why is it all so fucking cool? All right, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna send. Nope. We're gonna send Glenn, Squint, and the Exile. Not the Exile, no. We're gonna send Glenn, Squint, and Razor down here. You guys need to haul ass quick as possible. Fast as you can. Speedy as fuck. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Run, boys. Run! Come on, guys. We're gonna send them down here as quick as possible. There's too much stuff. There's too much stuff. Too much stuff for me to not send them down here to collect. No, guys, we need to get down here. Come on. Yeah, there's too much stuff for me not to start collecting things. I was gonna do 1 or 2, but there's one thing that's broken my immersion. The Hive soldiers are on my screen and not dead. You need to stop it with these heinous lines that you speak. All right, Squint. Take that. We're gonna have to get bolt longs, but that's fine. That's totally fine. You know, take that. Fantastic. Razor. This paired no Dachi probably is badass. Hell yeah, dude. Razor looks like a beast. Look at him with his fucking double swords on his back. My guy looks like an absolute unit. Absolute unit. Okay. Glenn. I think there was a pole arm over here that you can take. Real good. Gonna be really good. Really good. Yeah. Yes. Take all that. We don't need you. All right. There was a falling sun right here. The weight on it. 22. Honestly, he could what's the blunt damage? 1 point. So he needs 40 strong. Oh, he can use this. Dog, say what? Say what? All right, we'll have you pop over here momentarily. Okay. Then you guys are going to pop over this way. We're getting all the loots right now. All the loots right now. Okay. Nope, nothing in there, nothing in there. Still none of my engineering research, of course, so this is not a wildly successful trip, but it is a pretty successful trip. My God. Getting some really good stuff. As long as we can avoid the monsters. Another falling sun in Umiyari. Squint, Eno. Yeah, we're gonna have to leave it. Fine. Glenn's got this this model type edge 1 Nada Naginata. Nice. Swing. Good stuff. Swing and a fucking hit. That's what that is. There is triangle bandits headed towards us, but I think we'll be okay if we dodge that for now. Actually, no, we'll head back. We'll head back. Squint, Razor, Glenn. You guys head back over here. Yeah, we'll head on back. Hell yeah, dude. We got fucking wind. We got some real good stuff. Real good stuff. My favorite bandits already. I'm being spoiled. I literally cannot stress to you how much I dislike the triangle bandits. They're such a pain in my ass. They're such a pain in my ass. I find them so frustrating. I find them so frustrating. All right, now we don't have any bolt longs right now, so we do need to work on getting those. However, we actually, let's build a storage. I was a general storage container. Somewhere, we'll put it somewhere. Storage. You just have a beak things chest made from the shell of a beak thing. That is fascinating. That is fascinating. We have general storage. I don't think we do. Inner core. Item storage. All right. Hop on that. Get the item storage done. We're gonna put that Masterwork Eagle's Cross into the general storage for now. Storage. Wooden barrel. Throw in a wooden barrel for now. Nice. Okay. Now we have that. Any other weapons on us that we want to use, that we want to trade off with somebody? He's got that MK cleaver there. Razor's got this flesh cleaver. And we'll give Beep the dual katana, the dual katanas. Again, look at that. Where's Beep at? Look at him. The beepiest. Look at those giant fucking blades on his back. Those things are bigger than him. It's magnificent. Look at Beep with these giant katanas. He looks magnificent with them. Honestly, they work out so well. He looks absolutely magnificent. Absolutely magnificent. Absolutely magnificent. Damn, my water's almost out. I should have filled it before I came down here. Should have filled it before I came up here. Down here. I'm in the basement. All right. They are approaching. This also gives me an opportunity to see where the enemy comes from, so I can see where I want to put my gate, right? Because I like when the enemy comes from the direction that the gate is. It always drives me nuts when, like, I put the gate here, and then the enemy comes from here, and they wrap around the wall. Makes me so mad. So it looks like they funnel into this area here, so this may be where the gate ends up going. Are you actually in a basement? Yeah, I live in a split level. So I'm not in the basement, but I'm in the lower half of the house, which is halfway in the ground because it's a split level. So like I'm like in a half basement, I guess, but not a half basement in the traditional sense. I'm in a basement. My office is in the basement, yes. Run in there and siege nothing. Everybody attack. Squint, my boy. Squint, come over here. So anyway, Squint started blasting like he was Captain Shark. Absolutely decimating these fools. Styling on these fools. Styling on them. Look at that shit. Styles on them. Down. Oh, he almost got that shot off that would have killed him. There we go. Finish him off. Wait for it. Over. Done. Arango. All right, Razor's down, but he took a good number of them with him. Jesus. Katsumi is down as well. Same deal, though. Took 3 or 4 of them with him. Still took 3 or 4 with him. Still counts. Now, if we want to make fun of you in a disingenuous way, we can say he streams from his mom's basement. Don't look at the fact that he owns it. That's breaking the narrative. Joke's on you. My mom doesn't have a basement. She lives in an RV in some random state that I'm not aware of right now. Remember when I asked if you were going to be in the Northern Hive or the Eastern Hive? You went and settled in the Southwest because fuck the rules. That's true. That's true. I did exactly what you didn't want. I had the entire playthrough was based around a Hive soldier drone, and I based in the Southwest just to completely destroy you. The hero lore is deep today. I mean, I guess. Oh, Exile's down. All right, so we're taking a bit of a beating. That's fine. That's fine. Artemis, what's going on? Now we're good, though. We're good. It's good. Good. It's good. Kicked they asses. That's what we did. We kicked they asses. Busted thine chops. Showed them what for it mean. Be Super Saiyan. Let's do the opposite of what Logic playthrough. I am convinced that's kind of what this has become. It's kind of what this has become. Just to spite you. Just to spite you. All right, camp bed. We got the sleeping spots, right? Sleeping spot. Yeah, sleeping spot. Whoa. Oh my god. Okay, so we'll drop a couple of these down because it'll give us the opportunity to at least rest up a little bit. We'll drop down a couple of these. A couple logs where people can sleep and lay down. Nice. Nice. We can all rest up a little bit. Everyone can get a little bit stronger, a little bit tougher. They can, correct themselves. Beep actually did quite well that time. He's getting stronger. He's getting there. It's a process, It's a process. Oh, man. Haven't even had time to break anything yet. Pork, stop it. No, you're banned. You're banned. You're banned. Absolutely not. You need to control yourself. Control yourself. Control yourself. We need to figure out where to get an engineering research down this way. I'm really thinking this tech lab is the best chance, but we're not strong enough to go down there and fight the inhabitants of that place yet. These workshop complexes might have them, but they also have old machines there that are gonna use my rumpus for things that are not supposed. My rumpus is not meant for. My hive of rumpus is not meant for. So we're trying to avoid that. We don't want to deal with that. We don't want to do that. All right, that'd be bad. Today's match was really good, and I'm in a good mood, so maybe I won't break anything this stream, and everything will go smoothly. Oh, fuck. This is a bad one. That's a bad one. There's an arachnid raid headed towards me. They're about to turn me into dude smoothie. They're about to turn me into a dude smoothie. That's going to be a really bad one. How big is it? That's what I want to know. The arachnids, they are big. Big, yeah. This one may be too much for us. I don't know if we're going to be able to handle them. We gotta see what it looks like. Don't let them get away. Who are they fighting? It seems like they're fighting somebody. Oh, there's vagrants up here. That's why they're fighting vagrants. They're enslaving them. I see, I see. This may be a scenario in which we have to do a strategic withdraw and then come back later. Because I don't know if we're strong enough to deal with these guys yet. The grid workshops have no guard. The local wildlife constitutes an issue. That is actually a good point. Maybe while they're headed towards us, we'll head to the grid. And let's see how big this force is that's attacking us. See what we're dealing with here. Yeah, see, this is too big. They have stats in the 40s, 50s, 60s. This is too many. Granted, some of them are slaves, but yeah, that's too many. We're not going to be able to deal with this. So I'm thinking right now we bail out and go to the Bugmaster. The Bugmaster does not conduct raids. Now, this is from the Arachnid faction, the added faction, the Arachnid. Which will end up not being a problem in the long run. They have Hivers slaves. We're going to have to deal with that later, naturally. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we're going to grab Beep. Pick up Beep, Gecko. Anyone's legs damaged besides Beep? I don't think so. No? All right, everybody stop what you're doing. Everybody off your jobs, and we're gonna go. We're gonna head down to these workshop complex. We're gonna flee from these lands temporarily. Temporarily flee. Yeah, yeah. It is a momentary dip. Momentary dip. While we work through this. We may. So I was originally leaning more towards the Mountain Ronin armor, obviously, but the Arachnid's leader is the Red Recluse, and she has a red Arachne armor, and I may end up using that on the Exile, and then give the rest of them the normal armor. Could be an interesting little motif to use. Could be an interesting thing to do. Yeah, this is a tactical flee. Tactically, I'm gonna tactically get my shit the hell out of there. Not ready. My body is not ready. My mind is not ready. I am not ready. Oh, I forgot. Logic only plays vanilla, everybody. He's a purist. He's a purist. He's a purist. Might have to text my wife and ask if she can bring me a glass of water, because my water bottle's out. I thought it had more water in it than it did. Oh, no. I'm going to do that. Give me a second. I got to text my wife. Bring me a large glass, large cup of ice water. Mine ran out. Yep. Hopefully she will, hopefully she loves me, and she'll be willing to bring me a large cup of ice water. She's probably going to make me cover the camera. No, she's going to make me cover the camera, because she's, what is it? She's, in, like sweats and a t-shirt right now. She's not going to want to. She's in sweats and a t-shirt right now. She's not going to, or she's in her pajamas. I have no idea. She's going to bring me a large thing of ice water, though. She's been working all morning. I joined a live stream. Finally caught a live stream, and Hero's running for his life. It's true. I am fleeing for all of my survivals. That's true. I am committing all of my existence into fleeing, as I have been known to do. I am the one who flees. Spoilers for the 20k event early. No, because that's not the door. That's the closet. So she's actually going to come from the door that's over there, which is out of frame. So honestly, you probably won't even see her. But you might. Ooh. Coming now. Hold on. I hear her coming down the stairs. Maybe. He's coming. Give her a minute. All right. Down into the workshop complex we go. Down we go. Way down we go. Go. We gotta watch out for the beakers, though. Gotta watch out for the beakers, though. Don't forget to see Hero in his wig. It's true. It's true. I probably wear a wig, even though I've literally showed my shiny dome a ton of times. I'm just going to walk off screen temporarily and come back with a wig and a glass of ice water. Way down, be cool. Yes. Thanks. Good. Love you. Thank God. I was parched over here. Everyone kept talking about how thirsty they were. I was absolutely parched. Stunning. The water has been delivered. Warehouse roof. That's not helpful. All right. Continue on through. Your wife is plop. Why didn't you thank her as Trump missed opportunity to mildly annoy her? I annoy her plenty. I assure you she does not need my help right now. I annoy her plenty, I assure you. I assure you. They're just hanging at my base right now? That'd be really fucking cool if they stopped doing that. Be really friggin' cool if they stopped doing that. All right, Eno, run around and pick locks. We need 1 engineering research. Yeah, she doesn't need my help right now to be annoyed at me. I do a plenty good job doing it. Oh, we got 2 engineering research. A whoop whoop. Boop boop. Sound of de police. Beep can use some masterwork pants. But that's who could use masterwork grade pants, because right now he's wearing Ronin shorts. Slavely Ronin shorts. And he doesn't need slave. That's, yeah. That was Gecko, not Beep. Why was it Gecko? I don't know how that happened. I'm not complaining, but that's not who I intended it to be. Okay. Yeah, they're sitting in my house while I'm away. Probably. They're up there just biding their time, waiting, picking their moment. Little bastards. Fuckers. Just waiting. Trying to pick their moment. Hey, what's going on? Welcome. Jite, don't need that. Right, let's head over here. Pick some of these locks. Nice. Tools. More tools. Good. We got what we came here for, so that's already done, which is good. But it never hurts to check some of the other boxes. God damn, I got the hiccups. They hurt too. Ow. Ow. Okay, well, we got what we came here for. Now we have the issue of the guys camping in our base. They're just absolutely camping right now. They're trying to stream snipe me. Watching stream while an earthquake drill is happening. Oh geez. Oh geez. I hope the drill's going good. I hope that what is it? The rumbling under your desk is good. You guys are in a good spot. Good rumbling and whatnot, you know. Charge, kick his ass. Slow on, what are you doing? Are you on block? Get off block, my guy. What are you doing? Get there and beat his ass. Kick this monster's bum. Absolutely decimate. Take him down like we used to with woolly mammoths in the days of old. Like we used to with the woolies. Take him down. Oh, fuck, there's a lot of beak things up there. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah. We're very quickly becoming outnumbered. We can take a few of them, right? That's not a problem. The problem is going to arise when we're taking all of them. Like, if we can take 2 or 3 at once, that's fine. The issue would arise if we were taking more than that. Okay, all right. We can do this. We got this. And Beep. Oh, Beep is being carried. Okay, Glenn is being healed up. That's fine. Squint's over here doing what Squint does, being an absolute fucking goat. Absolutely goat behavior. Watch this. He's just shooting him for days. He doesn't miss. He hits every time. He's beautiful. The arachnids were there to donate some southern hivers. Oh my god, there's more! The Exile, go up here and fight a Beaker. Eno and slow line. Okay, yeah, it's 360 beak thing combat now. Things are about to get rough, ladies and germs. Rough. Okay. Good, it's good. Good, we can do this. Just a couple beakers, we got this. I'm not worried about it. I'm totally not worried about it. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be totally fine. Just a few filthy beakers. Nothing we can't handle. Remain calm. Remain calm. I'm gonna beat this man's ass. Bust his chops. Okay. Now we're going to take this opportunity and we're going to get the hell out of Dodge. No panic, no panic. We did it. We did it. We fought off an army of beakers. We did it. I ain't worried about it. We do need meat, so once we're at a safer distance, like over here, okay? It's not quite safe, but it's safer than where we were at. We are going to send, I think, Gecko over here to grab some of the meat. They can fight that beaker there, no big deal. Again, 1 or 2 of them ain't that bad. Obviously, we just took a handful, so like we're actually better off than I thought we were. So there's that. We are gonna grab the meats. Arby's, we have the meats. We are the meats. Fun fact: many moons ago, when I worked for good old Wally Mart, in my early time there, I had a boss who used to be a regional manager at Arby's, and he got reprimanded because he allowed his region, one of the stores in his region, to change their sign to say Arby's, no one beats our meat. And so that was the sign that was out front, and yeah, he got reprimanded for it. It was a whole thing. It was really funny. He was telling me that story. It was a good time. That boss was a douchebag, so, you know, it was good. It was a good story. Learning more about the Hero Deep lore. Are you not taking the foul meat? No, because the spiders give the foul meat. We have plenty of foul meat from the spiders now. I downloaded a mod that makes it so skin spiders give foul meat. So we can get more of that without having to go kill the beakers. Maybe that slogan is why he was a douche. Maybe. That's possible. He looked a lot like Gargamel. In fact, if anyone's familiar, he was almost identical to Gargamel. The man was literally identical to Gargamel. It was disturbing. We used to call him Gargamel, both to and when he was not around, because he looked identical to Gargamel. All right, we got some mercenaries some bounty hunters over here. We love that. I'm gonna die laughing. Yeah, I mean, I swear to God, he looked exactly like Gargamel. It was not. It was a very good description because from the Smurfs. Yes, the guy used to walk around and he looked identical to Gargamel. It was fucking crazy, absolutely crazy. He was a dead ringer. You could have put him and Gargamel next to each other. It would have looked like Gargamel was based on him. Dude was 1-for-1 hard copy of Gargamel. Did you go to all the workshops in the grid? No, we went to 1 because we got 2 engineering research there. We only need 1 engineering research. We got 2. I'm not going to be greedy right now. I'm more focused on getting the base built. So that's where we're at with that. Okay, the Broodmother will be pleased. Arachnids attack. Yeah, they're gonna roam back and forth between my buildings for a minute. Spoilers, there's nothing for them to really steal, and then eventually they'll leave. Eventually they'll leave. You lost all your Gen Z viewers. I know. Guys, Gargamel was the guy with the bald receding hairline, the rounded face, the chubby cheeks, the buck teeth that used to try and capture the Smurfs with a butterfly net, okay? So, yeah, he was a dead ringer for that. Dead ringer for that. Do primordial hybers spawn in slave camps or anywhere else? There are, I think, 3 or 4 unique ones that can be joined that you can like recruit as companions. Like there's one in Tengu's vault. There's one that's in a single slave camp, and then there's one or two that are somewhere else as well. So there are like three or 4 unique recruits you can get, but they don't spawn anywhere. They just are potentially unique recruits that you can get. Are they gone? Yeah, they're gone. Yay! Cool. Cool. The raid has ended. Explain to folks at home what a Smurf is because they need more context so they can better understand who Gargamel is. Okay, so Smurfs were these tiny little blue people that were like little forests. Imagine like garden gnomes, except blue people that lived in the woods, and you know, it was like a Saturday morning cartoon style thing. You know, always learn a lesson. Smurf this, Smurf that, Papa Smurf, Mama Smurf, all of that stuff. Everything was Smurf-tastic. Smurf juice, you know. Yeah. So that was the thing. Yeah. Yep. Jobs, take them off, hold, fantastic. Eno, pop over here. Drop all those books off. My God, my guy, you're killing it. We've also got all this shit that we can sell too, which is awesome. All right, show research. Large building shells. That's what we need. That's what we need. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, that's what we need, yes. I'm going to do defensive walls because I don't know if we actually need them. Mounted crossbows for sure. And prototype harpoon turrets. Yeah. So, hop on that, good buddy. Get that research done. Yeah. Yeah, and Gargamel was the villain who would try to kidnap and eat the Smurfs, you know. Some shit like that, you know. So, yep. Pretty Gen Z, I thought, when I was like 11. Yeah, well, there was a big resurgence of the Smurfs, I guess, because they did the live action movies, you know, a few years back. So there was a bit of a resurgence of the Smurfs in popularity. But regardless of the Smurf aspect of it, my point is that my old boss was a dead ringer for Gargamel. I'll pull his picture up. Hold on. Not my bosses, my old bosses, but I'll pull up Gargamel. I swear to God, dude, it's a dead fucking ringer. Exactly. Oh my God. Even looking at it now, I'm like, it's literally exactly him. It's crazy. It was crazy. Yeah. Look at that. Look at this, dude. Dead fucking ringer. I swear to God, it was a 1-for-1 copy. He looked exactly like this man. Exactly like this man. Absolutely crazy. I worked with him for years, and he was an absolute fucking asshole. He was such an asshole. He was the kind of guy who would, over like the walkie, right? So everyone in the store can hear it. He'd be like, "Hey Dave, do you want to come in for do you want to come in and get some overtime?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, that's fine. What do you need me to do?" Assuming that I'm going to be working in my area, right? Because that's my fucking job. And this was before I was a salaried manager. So at the time I worked on the front end. And like, so I managed, like, I did all the banking and the accounting, and I dealt with the cashiers and did scheduling and stuff for the front and all that good stuff. Dealt with the janitorial staff. And so at the time, he was like, "Hey, do you want to come in to get some overtime?" And like, my wife and I were trying to get our first apartment at the time. And I was like, "Yeah, that's fine." Because we were renting a room for my buddy. I was like, "Yeah, that's fine. Like, I can come in for overtime. What do you want me to do?" And he goes, oh, I'll let you know what you're doing when you get here. And I was like, you're gonna put me in the back. You're gonna throw me and make me unload the trucks and stock shelves again, aren't you? Which was my least favorite job. That's what I started out doing, and I hated it. And I was like, you're gonna make me go unload the truck, aren't you? And he's like, you already said yes, so you're on the schedule. Can't change your mind now. And he'd say it on the walkie. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck, man? Like, tell me what I'm... Come on, you know that I hate that shit, and you're going to trick me with it. What the fuck are you doing, man? You just did overtime, not doing the job I hate. Not even my job. Oh, my God, I fucking hate that guy. Fucking hate that guy. He used to accuse me of having an ego all the time, which was really funny, because the dude was, like, the biggest brown nose in the building. But he'd be like, you have an ego, and I need to deflate it. I'm like, dude, what the fuck do you mean? I'm not the one that walks around like his shit doesn't stink. What the fuck? Hated that guy. Hated him. He was awful. Okay. Okay, so we got the research we need done. That's pretty fire. Let's get this moving. All right, so let's get our turrets built. Get our towers built. Get our towers built. Actually, you know what? First thing we're gonna do, we're gonna save it, and then we're gonna move this building over to where we want it to be, reload, and then build our towers. Wouldn't it be funny if one day here gets exposed and it turns out he was the manager in the story all along? Oh no, no, not this time. Not this time. Alrighty then. So we're gonna go ahead and move this over. We're gonna save and reload once we're done, but I want to get this thing into position. We want the gate to be like right here. So actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna move this iron resource. I'm gonna move that over too. Can I do that? Can I move the stone? I don't know if I can. Well, how about we do that? I've never moved the stones before, so I don't know if it... At this point, I don't think it's going to. That's fine. That's fine. So we'll bring it right over here. Yes, yeah. Yes, very good, yes. Should work without an issue right there. Because I plan on putting a gate right here. Plan on putting a gate right there. I plan on putting another gate right here, too. And if I can move this iron resource out of the way, I'd like it to be out of the way. But I don't know if I can. We'll find out. We'll find out. Okay, so we're going to save it now. We'll save over the emergency save, and we'll reload that one. Where do you find authentic building materials for hive houses? I have so many hive mods, I'm afraid that it made it so they can't spawn naturally. What do you mean? Like the authentic building material? I mean, you don't need any. You just use building materials. You use fucking unless you're just making a joke right now. You might be making a joke, but you just need foul meat, hive meat, raw meat, foul meat, and building materials and iron plates and shit. Anything else there? Iron resource acts weird with Shift F12. It does. It does. It acts a little... Yeah. I'll have you know that at the time that I worked for that guy, I was not bald. I had hair. I had hair. I actually had a full head of hair at the time that I worked for him. I had like a full, nice head of hair. I didn't start losing my hair until like a year or two later. It was like a year later. Yeah, I had a full head of hair, guys. Full head of hair when I worked for that man. He was the bald one, not I. You with hair freaks me out. I did. I had hair. It did. There was a time. There was a time when I had hair. There was a time. Hold on. Let me see. I might be able to find a picture of me with hair. Hold on. Let's see if I can find a good old picture of dear old me with hair. Hold on. All recent, and we're just gonna scroll all the way down to the bottom. I don't know if I have any on my phone. I'm pretty sure I don't. Which sucks. Because I did used to have hair. I used to have great, glorious hair. Let me check my downloads. Hold on. I will see if I can find an old picture of me with hair. Because I did. I had glorious hair. Glorious. It was glorious. Nope. Not on there. Hello, it's me. Nope. Try Messenger. Oh, God, it's funny. I don't think I have any on here. Oh, no. Oh, no. You understand what hive buildings are made of? Yeah, they're made of vomit and meat and all that good stuff, you know? They're made of vomit. Hive vomit. I'm pissed. Do I not have? Oh, there's the map. Hold on. Bald, 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 bald. Me bald. Also me bald. Oh, this is really old. This is from, oh my God, this is really old. Okay, so this was from when my wife and I first got together. Like, we had just got together. We had just, like, moved in together. This was me when I was 19. This was 19-year-old me. That's me when I was 19. I might have another one in here. Dave with hair. Good old me with hair. It's so funny how hard it is to find pictures of me with hair now, because, like, I've been bald for like 7 or 8 years now. And so it's really funny trying to find pictures of me with hair, because they were so long ago that I just can never find them. But there is one spot that I should be able. Wait, hold on. I got one more spot where I can find them. One more spot where I can find them. Files. All the old days. Hold on. Did you just shave it when you started to lose your hair? Yeah, so my hair, so basically my hairline started receding, which is the same thing that happened to my dad. It happened to his dad. I mean, it's something that consistently happened to the men in my family around the time they turned 20. My hairline started to thin and recede, and I just wasn't gonna be one of those guys that like had a comb over or hid the fact that he was balding. So I was like, you know what, fuck it, might as well just double down on it, right, and fucking commit. And that's what I did. Shaved it all off. Fuck it. Ain't for it. Bye. Ain't for it. We done. Oh, this is really old. This was back from when I still had to walk with a cane. Oh my God. Okay. This was back when I still had to walk with a cane. So for those of you who don't know, I walked with a cane from when I was about 15 or 16 until I was 18. Completely shattered my right leg, my kneecap. I fucked up my ACL, my MCL, shattered my kneecap, and I ended up having to walk with a cane from when I was like 15 until I was like 18. And when I got it fixed, they put a plate, a bunch of screws and stuff in my leg. They broke my tibia down the center, bolted it back together. They took out 20% of my kneecap, a few of the ligaments and tendons in my knee, and like retightened it. I had an osteotomy, a fulcrum adjustment, and a lateral release done all at the same time. And I had to relearn how to walk and a whole bunch of stuff when I was like 18. But for a couple of years, I walked with a cane. Let me zoom in so my buddy's not in this photo. I'll just cover his face. So for a couple of years, I had to walk with a cane. And you can actually see the cane in this photo. He's in it. You can actually see the cane in that photo. I'm holding it there. I was in Happy Valley in New York at the time. I was on like vacation with a buddy of mine. We'd gone for a trip in the mountains. We gone on a trip up in the mountains, and yeah, yep, I had hair. I was a man with hair. What broke it in the first place? I took a lacrosse ball to the kneecap at like 95 miles an hour and shattered my kneecap. Yeah. Yep, shattered my kneecap. Oh, it's cool. It is what it is. You know. It was miserable for a couple of years, but it got fixed, and now it's not. You know, these things happen. Totally fine. These things happen. Yeah, we had gone for like a weekend trip, and we ended up going up into that area there. So, yeah. Reminds me of that time I sliced my back open while ice skiing. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. You also missed the surprise wife cameo. It's true. It's true. It happened. You missed my wife popping in. Although literally nobody saw her. No, shift F12. Sorry. Okay, so we just loaded in. All right, so now we can build our hive spires. These things are fucking magnificent creatures. Building. All right, so we're gonna have to build them over here and then move them into place. We're gonna build like 2 of them, I think. Build one over here, and then we're gonna build one over here. Okay, and one over here as well, and then we're gonna build one over here as well. But we may have it too close to another building. Yeah, we're gonna have to move that one afterward. So we're gonna build these in random spots. It seems like, but we're gonna use Shift F12 to move them into position afterwards. So not a big deal. We'll build those 3 first. These ones just take building materials, thankfully. So getting these done should be a hell of a lot faster than the other one. Brute was operating machine. Now we're going to have him work on engine. Nice. Now Hero walks like John Cleese in Ministry of Silly Walks. No, I do have a slight limp, but most people don't notice it. I'll always have it. By the time I'm 35, I'm probably going to end up they told me that by the time I was 35, I would more than likely need a full knee replacement on my right side. So, you know, there is that. I am probably going to need that eventually. And every year I can feel my leg getting a little shittier. It pops, not pops out of socket, but my leg gives out more and more often. And I get random spasms of pain, and it's been happening more and more frequently as the years go on. So I think by 35, I probably will need a full knee replacement. And then they told me 35, and then probably again when I'm in my 60s because of technology advancements. And then that'll probably be the last one that I need. Yeah, yep. So probably within the next 6 years, I'll need a full knee replacement. Yay! It's all right though. It's all good. Get these spires up and running. We're making a proper throne for our boy here. Proper throne. Don't have anybody heading towards us, do we? No, triangle pin and assaults later. This is gonna look badass, guys. Like I said, I've got a whole plan for like a real castle. It's gonna be great. Hero, I saw your wife. I was hiding in your closet. Trust, I saw everything. Well, then you know that I do, in fact, have an absolutely stunning wife. That I have an absolutely stunning wife. You said you took an arrow to the knee. It's true. True. Chat, be sure to like the stream so that I can afford my knee replacement in 7 years. It's true. True. Yeah. If you saw my wife, then you guys would know that I have an absolutely stunning alt-goth mommy of a wife. True. It's true. True. Not to brag, but it's true. All right. We're going to move these into position. Here. Yeah. Brochachos, what did I miss? All of the things. He used Speed Adventure, like that's true. Look through the peephole, totally. All right, we are getting the castle situated, so we're going to have a proper hive castle. It's going to be fire. This is what the hivers should have been using instead of whatever the slop they were living in before. The hive queen doesn't know what she's doing, man. She's living in absolute fucking poverty because this is how hivers should be living. But you know, that's what she gets for being the oppressive hiver queen. It's her fault for not you know, not being being hip with it. You know? She's missing out. Lower that down. We're gonna lower this down just a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. You back. We are almost. Yeah, so this is our fortress. Like look at this thing. It's gonna be badass. This is our hive fortress, and all of these platforms are accessible, right? Like you can get up here. We're gonna put turrets right here and up along the ridge, and on the outside and on the inside. Like, it's gonna be fire. It's gonna be absolute fire. Absolute fire. Feel the hot fire. Good. Do you have sentient sands on this run? If so, try to acquire Igor. Oh, I do, and I will. I do, and I will. I do, and I will. We're gonna free him from Tengu. We're gonna free him. Don't worry, brother. You shall be freed. That's gonna drive me up the wall. Gotta deal with that somehow. I might put a rock there just to like cover it up. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'll put a rock there. Sometimes you gotta put some rocks there, guys. Sometimes you gotta put some rocks there. Okay, rock to put here. Is there a bigger one? Large stone. Yeah, sometimes you just got to put some rocks there. All right, and then you throw some medium ones in there as well. Okay, you just kind of align the outside, and you throw some small ones in there as well. Okay, just little small ones. Well, just kind of line it out. Boom, rocks. Totally natural. We built up one side. No big deal. It's fine. Just rocks. Just rocks. It's just rock. Okay, so we'll have to save and reload at least once. But like, look at the inside of these towers. They look fire. They look absolute fire. Look at all the space in here. Look at the things that we can do in these towers. Is going to be fire. Like there's so much room in these things. Very, very cool. Very cool. This is honestly one of my favorite building mods. Is these? I just almost never use them because they're hiver code. They're so hiver coded. But like they look so fucking good. There's so much room in them, and then the fact that these towers are all accessible is just so good. Is so good. It's so damn. Hive house, dome, hive hut. Too big for this hive hut to fit in. We might be able to squeeze the boy in there. Squeeze one of these. This is we're gonna be the alpha hive, man. We're gonna be the alpha hive. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a real good time. Damn good time. Dumb good time. One might say a dumb good time. Put you right there. We're gonna put those buildings on the side, so we have some added stuff on the side there. And then once that's built, we're gonna have to build. We gotta build another one of those spires. So let's build another spire too. I would like to get all of the buildings put together before I, have to like move them into place and all that stuff. So I'd like to get them all built and then move. Yep. Yep. I told you guys I had a plan for like a full-on Crimson Castle. It's going to be really cool. Really cool. Look at this shit. It's going to be fire. The throne, the red throne of the Hyber King. This is where we will wage war. This is where we wage war. Also, we need to put the defensive gate. I believe I have defensive gate. Do I have a Hyber gate? I do. Hive gate 2, right there. Boomski. I've even got a gate, guys. I've even got a gate. Alright, so we'll build this right here, and then we can just move that into place as well. Boomski. Yeah, it's going to be fire, dude. It's going to be fire. Alright. So the buildings are happening. How are we looking on building materials? I know that we've used a ton. Yeah, we're using a ton of them, but that's all right. That's all right. We should be good to go. Good to keep going. Thoughts on rescuing the Red Hive Queen from Tengu? We might, but I'm not 100% certain how we would feel about that. I don't know. I don't know how the Exile would feel about it, because even though she's still a queen, I feel like he would have an issue with it. I don't know. Only if she'd be willing to accept subservience, I think, maybe. You know, there'd have to be an understanding that our boy was in charge. I'm going to save it temporarily. Obviously, we'll need to reload later again once we get some more of the buildings done, but this is what I was wanting to do. This was the whole shtick today, was getting this portion of the base done. So this is pretty fucking fire, if I do say so myself. Range this. That way it's right there. Right up to the gate. Right up to the gate. That right there is cool as hell. Cool as hell. So now we've got our main keep done. We've got our main keep done. 20 times time mod. It's Kenshi. You can make custom time on Kenshi. You can do custom speed ups and whatnot. Got fucking rock lobster stuck in my head now. Really dumb. It's really dumb. Really dumb. Rock lobster. All right. I think you actually need to get rotated a little. There. Slide this into place right here. Rotate it a little bit. That's very good. That's very good, yeah. All right. Right there. I want to make sure that nobody can like run in between these buildings. That's, I think, one of my main concerns right now, is people being able to run in between things. Put that. It should be fine. Should be fine. Should be fine. Gate for a little bit. Yeah, yeah. Dude, it's going really good. It's going really good. It's going really good. It's going really good. In Kenshi, you have to go in and manually change it in the Kenshi in-game. Like it's a thing you have to manually change. It's not there by default. It's, you have to go into Kenshi settings and then find the time dilation buttons there, and you can play with them from. Okay, so no. Snug as a bug. That's right there. Snug as a bug. You are from over. Over there. Put you in right here. It's almost like I'm doing a base build video, except it's not a base build video. almost like I'm doing a base build video, but it's not. But it's not. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. The castle, the Hive Castle. Honestly, what a fucking castle it is, too. What a fucking castle that is, too. Absolutely goated castle. That house flipped 180. It did temporarily. It flipped back once I started to rotate it. We're all good. It was a temporary flip. Temporary. And we need one last building here. No, I'm not doing it like that. Build it legitimately. Need one last building here. Hive house? Mark? Too big? No, too big. Hive shack. Small one. Hive hut. I think the hive shack and the hive hut are basically the same. Hive station house. Just go full tilt and have the station house in the back. Full tilt, station house in back. Honestly, not a bad idea. Terrible. Not a terrible idea. You have a fencing situation in there? What's up with that? Does it have a fence up here? I think it does. Oh no, I don't think it does actually. I might be able to arrange it in such a way that maybe I could do that. These kinds of vids that Hero puts out that make me want to go play and implement the new ideas he gives me. That's what I'm saying. That's why we do this, man. That's why we do this. That's why we do this. Any thoughts on the social life series of mods? I haven't dug into it too much. I'm not super familiar. I'd have to look more into it. Yeah, it doesn't have a fence. Okay, so then if I block off the stairway, like right by throwing it right here, I may actually be able to just put this thing right here. Raise it up so it's level with the back, and you can just walk right up there. Oh my god. Oh my god. That'd be so fucking cool. And then that could be the main keep in the back. Oh my god. Oh my god. That'd be cool as hell. That'd be cool as hell. Okay, well, we've got these figured out, so that's fine. I will hold on this, on the station house. We'll build that separate at a different interval. Let's do our save and reload. We'll build that separately because that requires meat and all that stuff. But that's fire as hell. Once we get all of our things moved over, we'll go from there. We'll go from there. That's cool as hell, though. That's cool as hell. Yeah, yeah. I feel good about it. I feel real good. I feel real good. All right. We're gonna load. Okay. If we crash. I feel it was a missed opportunity in not making queens really big and monstrous like termite queens. Maybe. Okay, let's test and see that all of this stuff is accessible. Let's see, test accessibility. Make sure we can get in places. I gotta put rocks over there. All right, so we can get over here. Can we go inside this tower? We can. We're inside the tower. Nice. This is one of my favorite builds so far. It's funny because it's such a simple one. In terms of like how timing and setup, it's generally pretty simple, but it's such a rewarding build. Like, look at it. It looks so fucking cool. It looks so cool. I think the only way it would look better is if I did it in like a desert somewhere where the terrain didn't blend with it so well, so it really stood out. But like, it almost looks like the ground, right? And then you come up here and it's like, no, it's not the ground. It's a Hiver fortress. So I think the location isn't the best, but in terms of the actual shape of it, yeah, it's really cool. I enjoy it quite a bit. All right, now the other question is, are we able to get on the ground from here? And I don't think we can. Nope, we cannot. We are inside these little huts here. We love the little huts here. We love these Weenie Hut Juniors over here. There was a log up in the air. I'm pretty sure that's gone now. Still in the air, or did it disappear? It would have been in the air because it was inside the hut here. hop on in. Have you fully ruled out that the behemoths were not burned into nitroglycerin? I've pretty much I'm of the mindset that the behemoths were frozen with some kind of combination of metal and a cryogenic compound of some kind. And that would explain the fog that it kind of exhumes off of the ice. Also, the temperature is cold. Metal doesn't burn. I mean, well, that's not technically true. Metal can burn. It's just not. It's just really fucking hot. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, that would explain some of like the temperature in obedience. It would explain the atmosphere, the fog emanating off of it, and the idea that obedience was some kind of acid mine that was mining sulfide compounds would it mixed with the the iron and stuff from the behemoths and the compounds that were used to freeze them down in obedience would explain why Vane, which is the natural drainage site for obedience, has acidic waters, because it's essentially iron rich water percolating through sulfide compounds and then mixing with the groundwater, and that's why you have acidic groundwater but the rain isn't as so. It all makes sense. Oh, there it is. There's the log. Gotta get rid of the sleeping spot. Hero, discovered you recently and loving the content. Damn, dude, you make these episodes faster than I can watch them. I mean, I stream 5 days a week, and I'm usually doing Kenshi at least 4 of them, so that makes sense. That makes sense, but I'm glad you're enjoying them, and I'm happy to have you here. Much appreciated. Your continued support is always helpful. Always helpful. Always helpful. All right, so we need to get this stuff going. 5 from Wagner, you absolute unit. Thank you much. Greetings from Brazil, Hero. Just finished your Catlon video. Would you do a What If the Reavers Overthrew the Nobles video? I weirdly like them. So I don't know if you've seen, I did an entire video on the origins of the Reavers like a year or two ago. I think it was a year ago. I think it was almost a year ago. I did an entire video on the origins of the Reavers. Would recommend. They're one of my... Of the pit gangs, they're my favorite pit gang. I'm sorry, I know a lot of people love the Crab Raiders, but I think the Reavers are more interesting. I think the Crab Raiders are cool, but I think the Reavers are more interesting. So there's that. By the way, did you say the topic of this week's podcast? What the topic of this week's podcast will be, and if any special guests? No special guests on this one, although we are working something out. I've got a lot of cool things going on in the background. I don't want to get into it too much, but like things, I've got stuff happening with the podcast in the background. So just hang tight on that, guys. We got some really cool stuff coming up. We got some really cool stuff in the future, planned far in the future, but in the future nonetheless. Really cool stuff is in the works on the back end. A wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Anyway, with that being said, the episode tomorrow we're focusing on, we're going to be talking about the animals of Kenshi. We're going to talk about the animals, both the animals on Kenshi now, the origins of the various animals, and potentially the some new animals we might see in Kenshi too. There's a podcast? Yes, there's the Tengu's Vault podcast. Okay, the podcast run by myself and Peta Strophia. We do it every 2 weeks, every other Thursday until we get some Kenshi 2 news, and then it'll jump to weekly. Then it'll be weekly. Did you say Chris will be a special guest on the podcast? I didn't say that. That's not what I said. That's not what I said at all. I did say that I got some cool stuff going on. So there is that, and we've got some cool stuff that we're working on in the background. So, but yeah. Tengu's Vault podcast. Defense. We don't have steel bars and stuff, so we're gonna go with crossbows now. But crossbows. Little crossbows. Also, like the idea of having like the fact that all the crossbows are and like the archer towers are at different heights makes the archery seem way cooler. I don't know why that's cooler to me, but like when it's not just all the same level. It looks really, really cool. Thank you much for the 5, Wagner. Much appreciated, by the way. Much appreciated. You guys always helps. Always helps. The dono goals help me continue to do these things. So much appreciated, guys. Much appreciated. All right, we need to start getting our stuff moved over. Do we have racking research set up? Is that something we've done yet? We need more books. We need more normal books. Right. Okay, so what we're gonna do is Eno has a shit ton of stuff. And I think who has the rest of it? Katsumi, Beep, Gecko. Gecko has some stuff. Gecko, go trade with Eno. And we're gonna go sell some of this crap we can't use. You can just turn those buildings into crossbow porcupines. Yeah, literally, they're so cool. I love these buildings so much. It's honestly ridiculous how much I thoroughly enjoy these buildings. I think they are so cool. They are the best. I enjoy them very much. We gotta figure out who we're gonna give that sword to. Gecko, maybe? I mean, Gecko's kind of a badass. He's using a shit weapon. Let's give him something better. Let's give him something better. Give him something better. So we're gonna take that crappy katana off you, and we're gonna give you that the desert saber. Give you that desert saber. Give him something a little bit nicer, a little bit meatier. Okay, a little bit nicer. Razor's over here rocking a fucking falling sun. I gotta drop some rocks too to get this place tidied up a little bit. So I'm gonna, before I send Eno off to do every like raises hero's possibility of reviving plop. It's true. It's true. No, I'm gonna drop some rocks. I gotta level this place out a little bit. I don't like floating buildings. It makes me mad. So we're gonna get that taken care of real fast. Drop a couple of rocks, couple rocks, couple stones, couple stones. Couple stones just to block things off. You know, make it look a little bit neater, I guess. Same deal. Just kind of, it's good to do like a variety of stone, right? So you do like mediums, then you fill in some of the. I mean, you do larges, and you fill in some of the cracks with the mediums. Right, just to kind of make it look not so all one-sided, and then you kind of throw some small ones in there as well, and it tends to help with it just a tick. Boom, and then it looks a little bit more natural. It looks a little bit nicer, and we'll do the same thing over here where it's floating as well. Funny thing about so many stones is they can potentially become FPS stones. That's true. Don't overdo it on the stones. You don't want to overdo it. But the good news is it takes a lot to really become like an FPS hog. So, but yeah, you don't want to overdo it with this. That's for sure. Don't. They can very easily become a FPS killer, great killer, certified thriller. These gaps in. Nice. Good. And then we'll throw a couple small ones in there. Blah. Good. Here. Boom. A couple rocks to level it out. And now we've got ourselves a base. Level, and it's clean, and it looks good, and no one's getting in anywhere. I like it. And the stones don't look half bad. I'm getting better at the stones. There was the first few times that I like used the stones to block things off, it didn't look natural. But I think that gradient method, where it's like large in back, then medium in the gaps, and small in the gaps, really makes the stones look much more natural. Looks much more natural. Which is cool because like it looks like what you do. You put the big ones in back and then do there. Yeah. So that natural gradient where it's large, then medium in between, and then small in betweens, makes them look way more natural. It doesn't look like I placed the stones there artificially. It looks like people picked up the stones and put them there. It looks cool. It looks cool. I like it. I prefer it. I think it looks good. Nice retaining stones. Nice retaining. Okay, so now that those are there and everything isn't looking all fucked up, we're going to have Eno here run to... do we have anybody coming after us right now? Not right now, we don't. Not right now, we don't. We're gonna have him run to Drifter's last. Run, Eno. Run as fast as your beautiful legs will carry you. What would you guys call the bottoms of Hyver's legs? Because they don't have feet. What are they? Just stubs? Are they nubs? What are they? What are they? Are they just nubs? Will we call them nubs? Is that appropriate? Is it appropriate to refer to them as nubs? I'm fine with it, but do you think they are? You think that's offensive? Sticks? Teefs? Teefs are funny. Teefs are funny. Teefs are funny. They can wear tennis balls for shoes. That's true. Pegs? Pegs are funny too. Twigs? Twigs are a good one. Yeah. Yeah. All those are good. All of those things are good. Those are all good answers. Hooves? I don't know if I'd say they're hooves. I don't know if I'd go with hooves. Let's take a close peek at maybe hooves. They kind of just seem like they just balance on like nothing. Like there's nothing there. They're literally walking on nothing. Their balance must be incredible, to be honest with you, because they don't have like toes or anything, so they're basically just walking on stilts permanently. Their balance has to be incredible. Absolutely stunning. Oh yeah, they got nunchucks for fucking feet, basically. I mean, they got bow staffs for toes. Who needs a bow staff when you've got a toe staff? I'll see myself out. Oh man, this part of working my video is always tedious. So glad I have a distraction. Hell yeah, dude. Distract you for days, Pork. Also, Pork, if you ever need any assistance with a video, or if you want me to jump in or do any kind of voice or narration or anything like that for you, let me know, man. I'm more than happy to jump in and give you a hand. Always happy to give you a hand. Spread the love. Spread the love. I like working with other creators, so do let me know, buddy. Do let me know. All right, change shirt. We'll get rid of you. You, sell you, sell you. Sell you. Shall you. Sell you, keep you, sell you. Nice, nice. Speaking of, did you see my DM, Hero? I did. I meant to respond to you, and then I got distracted. I did see it. I will respond to you as soon as stream is over. I meant to respond earlier, and then I forgot. I'm sorry. I meant to respond earlier, and then I got distracted. Got real distracted. Engineering research. Yeah, we'll buy it. We'll buy it. We'll buy it. We'll buy it. And then I'll grab some food while I'm here, too. Actually, how are we looking at armor? Just crying with my food cubes. I understand. I understand. I understand. I understand. Food cube tiers and whatnot. I understand. Where's the proprietor of this establishment? I don't see him. I'd like to know where he is. This place is supposed to be an armory, right? Where is the proprietor of this fine establishment? Am I like not allowed here? It says oh, it's an armor. It says armory, but I don't think that necessarily means armor shop? Question mark. Patrolling town. I mean, people can come in and out apparently, but I don't see an like a shop counter. So am I just like walking into the town armory? I think I did. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe if I have some questions about your insights on some lore, if it comes to it. For voicing, the only thing I don't want to do is draw the wrong attention from an irrational crowd when it comes to AI. To you. It's fine. Listen, I only usually get like one comment per video that's accusing me of being an AI voiceover, which is crazy because like, what the fuck are you on about? My wife tells me I should take it as a compliment. To be honest, it's super funny. So I was telling my wife about it the other day. I was like, yeah, I feel like I've been getting more and more comments of people that think that like my voiceovers are AI. And on one hand, it's like, what the fuck are you on about? Like, it's literally not. But also, my voice is apparently so buttery smooth that they think that it's AI. That's kind of a compliment in some ways, you know? That's kind of a compliment, you know? But it makes me giggle because like it's such a ludicrous thing to do. You know, we used to be in the era like 2-3 years ago where it was like prove that it is AI, and now we've reached the point where it's you're AI until you prove you're not. And even after you prove you're not, I'm still gonna get the comment because some people are just straight up fucking dum-dums, right? Just full on fucking dum-dums. So it's just funny. It's just funny. But yeah, yep. I get comments of people that think I'm AI. My voiceovers are AI, and that I'm actually just like an AI channel. I had someone on one of my shorts that I posted for lo-fi, and they were like, "This guy's entire channel is AI." What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What part? The live streams where I show my face 5 times a week? The shorts where I show my face 5 times a week? You know, the videos where if you listen hard enough, you can hear my disgusting mouth noises? Like, what are you talking about, you know? I try to edit out, but you can't. It's just funny. It's funny. The dude in the right corner could also be AI generated. It's true. It's true. I'm actually an avatar. Again, listen, I talked about this. I talked about this, okay? It's okay. I talked about this. This is clear. It's an AI avatar. This isn't real. I'm not real. I'm not a real person, clearly. I could have chose to do anything when I was picking my avatar. I could have chose to be an absolutely stacked gamer girl in a hot tub, taking advantage of my 97% female audience. I mean, a 97% male audience. You know, I could have done that. I could have been making way more money. But instead, I decided to live out my fantasy of being a 28-year-old tired-eyed, 195-pound bald man with a patchy beard. I chose that. That's what I chose. And it was the right career move, everybody. It was the right career move. I made the right choice. I made the correct decision. I see no world in which I made the wrong choice. Obviously. So, you know, all in all, I'm satisfied with my decision. I'm satisfied. I've done it. I've made the right choice. So, you know, that's where we're at. That's where we're at. I have no power right now because there be no wind. There be no wind. The dream, exactly the dream. I've been swimming in money. I would have been swimming in the money if I did. You know, it would have been a great time. But instead, I opted to do this instead, and you know, it was the right thing to do. True. What if we're all really an advanced AI and none of us in the audience are even real? That would be really sad, but as long as my bills are being paid, I don't really give a single shit. I don't really care. I'm going to be honest with you. If a bunch of brobots want to watch my shit, that's fine. As long as my bills are paid, I'm happy. I'm good with it. As long as my bills are paid, my house is taken care of, and my kids have food, I could care less where the money's coming from. I'm going to be honest with you. I really couldn't give a shit. Go ahead, be robots. I don't care. Better that way. It looks more real that way. You can live your life as a hot gamer girl in peace. It's true. It's true. I'm actually in the hot tub right now. I'm in the hot tub right now. Right now. You don't seem view-botted. No. No. Nope, these are real. 110% real. Yep, spent money on these real ones myself. I'm kidding. I didn't actually do that. YouTube, don't flag me. Don't flag me. I didn't actually. Spelling errors are built into my eye. That's funny. That's funny. You funny. You a funny man. We need some wind up in here. We're gonna have to have like a whole battery building again. Whole battery building again. My God. Electrics. Get some batteries. Electrical crafting, battery power, battery capacity, light wind generator. I think we still need that. Go champagne on that. It's true. It's true. We're gonna need some batteries. We're gonna need just a little bit of batteries. All your base art belong to us. It's true. Why would they build Mongrel in the Foglands? I think that they got stranded. I don't think it was initially. Firstly, I think that the walls that are around Mongrel are ancient walls. They're old ass walls, right? So they're presumably First Empire walls. So I think that they got stranded in the area where Mongrel's walls are, and they just added onto it and kept it going. That would be my thought. Because the walls, some of those walls around Mongrel are ancient walls, right? Those are some old ass walls. So, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We're just gonna get our crossbow turrets absolutely stacked, make them really good, make them real good, make them real fucking good. Once we have there. Ah, my fucking back, man. I'm old, man. I'm an old bitch. I'm an old bitch. I am, in fact, an old bitch. We're gonna have to do some recruitment runs here soon, too. You know what I didn't do? I didn't get fucking food. Didn't get fucking food. I was supposed to grab food, and I didn't. That was a foolish mistake on my end. I was supposed to grab the food, and I didn't. I didn't. Damn you. Damn you. Damn you, sir. Alright, we'll have him run back. We don't have any fucking wind here right now anyway. Supposed to grab food and I didn't do it. Oh no. Oh no. Get a picture of me in the sundress. That's so funny. Guys, for those of you who don't know, apparently there was in the Discord server last night, there were several there was an image there not several. There was an image of a gurgler in a sundress that was shared last night. And it was absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Gurgler in a sundress. Lore accurate gurgler toes, apparently. Allegedly. Yeah, gurglers in a sundress, guys. The gurglers in a sundress. Honestly, kind of horrible. What's your Discord? I am still working on getting the Discord set up for Twitch memberships. I have a bot that only lets channel members join the Discord, but it's free. It's only set up for YouTube right now. My hope is that by the end of the week, I'll have that set up. I keep meaning to do it. I'll make a point to set it up tomorrow, or try to get it set up tomorrow. My Discord is currently only for YouTube members, but I'm going to end up changing it to be for Discord for Twitch subscribers as well. Just haven't gotten around to setting up the bot for that. So, yeah, no. You know. A couple other people's in here too. Share Kenshi dressed up at the Discord. Only apparently that one time. Yeah, apparently that one time that did happen. That was actually, we can sell those tools. We don't need those. We don't actually need those at all. Okay. Do you know the way? Do you know the way? The way. Hand. This guy's name is Hand. He's probably gonna want 6,000. I'm assuming 5,000. What a deal! What a deal! What a deal! What a deal! What an absolute deal! Evan, hey, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. About that, hero, are your DMs open to server members on the Discord or not? So my DMs are open for anybody, but it's going to send me a request, so I have to check my request inbox. About a year ago, I started getting just a lot of people messaging me, and so I had to lock my DMs down a little bit and put them into request mode because I was just getting a lot of messages, both good and bad. I was getting a lot of people being like, I like your content. And on occasion, I'd get one person, like one or two people that popped in and were just like, your stuff's garbage. You're insane, all of that stuff. So, that's there. So my DMs on Discord work, but it's sometimes I don't respond for a day or two because I don't get a notification that there's a message in my inbox. I just have to check my message requests every couple of days. I was getting too many. People were being nuts. They were being absolute nuts. Oh, man. Excuse me. Yeah. Yeah. Shorter. Gotta give them big hands. Gotta give them big hands. Big old Hiver hands. Make them sick. We'll probably make them average width. Good. That's good. That's good. He is hands. He is hands because he has big ass hands. Oh my god, it makes so much sense. You're a genius. My god, you're a genius. My god. You're a smart man. You're a very clever man. Blend. We got this guy over here too. Oh shit, there's another one over here too. Thoke. Blend. Oh my god. Oh my god. 4,000 cats. We'll take it. Need a couple more drones. We have too many soldiers at this point. Guy's name is Blend. Base. Saka, green, deep. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Good. Name him Manos. Manos, huh? I'm fine with Manos. Manos. Lávate las manos. If anyone gets that reference, please let me know. It's hilarious. Lávate las manos. Lávate las manos. Them real inward eyes. Yeah, 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 yeah. Real inward eyes. Yeah. Make them real nice and narrow. Make his head long. I really want him to look just fucking bonkers for a Hiver. Absolutely bonkers. Love it. We love everything about that. Hilarious. My guy looks weird as hell. For it. I'm all for it. How much we got left? 4,000? How much do you want? Me. Do 3,000 cat. Oh my god, dog, we have enough. Absolutely. Absolutely. We're going to make this guy short and thick. Absolutely thick. Wide. Give him that Praetorian build, but we're going to give him well, we got to fix his mouth, make his mouth not so fucked up. You think about getting green? Yeah, we just haven't gotten over to Shark yet. We are going to get him. We just haven't done it yet. We just haven't done it yet. Look at that. That right there, that is what the ladies want right there. That's it. That's it. That's what the ladies want. They want that. Okay, this man, he's the Hiver that no one can resist. The Hiver that no one can resist. He is the thickness, the Chadlet. That's what he is. The absolute Chadlet. We love it. We love it. Ladies love him, fish fear him. Yeah, that's good. That's good. His name is Thoke. I'm all for it. It's a very like thumpy name for him, right? Because he's short thumper dude, right? Love it. Love it. Okay, so we walked out of this with a good amount of food, and some new recruits. We're all for it. Eno, you, Thoke, Manos, and Han, get your fucking asses back here. Let's head on back. Head on back. Got a couple more boys for the mines and whatnot. The children yearn for the mines. Wow, it's what they call the miners. Oh, man. Wash your hands, COVID. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What happened? Miss something? Did I miss something? Oh, sure. Now we have wind. Now we have wind power. I'm on my way. Redeem that joke gift card, and now I will show you my power. I was hand back here before the rest of them. Guys, all S. Get moving. There we go. There we go. Wonder if they'll be able to add solar power in Kenshi too. That would be cool as hell. That would be cool as hell. It would certainly be more convenient. There are solar powered mods in Kenshi 1 that I've always thoroughly enjoyed. There are mods that add solar power in Kenshi 1 that I have always quite enjoyed. How many people work at Lo-Fi nowadays? I want to say there's 35 people on the team now. 35? I want to say 35. If I recall correctly, 35. It's either 33 or 35. It's one of the two. About that many. It's the size Bethesda was when they made Morrowind. That including you? Well, no, because I don't work for Lo-Fi. I work with them. Yeah, I don't work for Lo-Fi. I work with them. Different. I wish. I'd love to work with Lo-Fi and all that stuff. Heroes 36, but it's a secret. It'd be a bad secret if it was. I'm not very good at it apparently. Yeah, no. I mean, dude, I'd love to work for Lo-Fi, but it's just at the moment I don't. One day, maybe one day, but right now I don't. Contrary to popular belief, you know the Lo-Fi people. Yeah, I talk to them pretty frequently. You know, I chat with them. I've talked with them publicly sometimes. We talked on Reddit a few times in front of people, but I chat with them pretty regularly. I make content for them, so like, there's a degree of planning that goes into that. You know, I write the scripts with them. We go through and plan the video. We do revisions and all that stuff. Like, it's a process and it requires meetings, and I talk with them pretty regularly. Yeah. Yeah, I do. They've hopped in the stream before and said hi a few times too. It's not an uncommon thing that they've done. They do it. Yeah. Yeah, and keep it up, Santa. I might do it again. Keep it up, and I might do it again. Keep it up, and I might do it again. No, they've hopped in the chat before, and like come in and hung out with us and all that stuff. No, I do know them. I thought you were just their biggest fan. I mean, I am one of their bigger fans. I made content for 4.5, 5 years before I really started doing anything with them. But like, if you go to Lo-Fi's channel and look at their recent shorts, they have 4 shorts on their channel right now that I made, that I narrated for them. I make content for them. In the recent blog post, actually, where they announced the Beat plushie and all of that stuff, if you scroll to the bottom, I'm brought up by name in the post. They link to my channel in the blog post. I work with them, you know. So, actually, you know what? I'll pull it up. Hold on. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Lo-Fi Games blog post. There it is. Blog. Okay, so here's the recent Lo-Fi Games blog post. Right? 3 million copies, all that good stuff. That, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom of that blog post, it says... that's it and everything for now. Thanks again for getting us to 3 million. If you've been on the fence or have a friend who has Kenshi, is currently on sale at the deepest discount we've ever run. And if you're just now dipping your toes into Kenshi, be sure to check out our how-to Kenshi videos, the ones that I've made. Video series built in partnership with famed Kenshi content creator Hero in his head. That's me. If you're such a fan, name 5 Kenshis. Oh God. 5 Kenshis. Well, there's Kenshi from Mortal Kombat. There's John Kenshi. There's the game Kenshi. Can I ask base building advice? Always. Always. No, I meet with Lo-Fi again pretty regularly. I have you know, contact with several of them. I don't really. I mean, I don't want to like I don't want to delve too much up. Like I talk to them. I talk to them quite frequently. Quite frequently. I would go so far as to say that I am friends with at least a couple of them. I would go so far as to say that I am friends with the Lo-Fi team. Okay, so we managed to get the research for racking research done, which is good, so we can get those built and replaced. You know, you have the food rack. Yes. Okay, so we need to get sleeping stations set up real fast. That's number one. So let's get some sleeping stations set. We're gonna go with the camping spots, the sleeping spots for right now because that seems to be the best move currently. I'm using the pontoon bridge to build on the island in the northeast part of the gut. Is there any way to make visiting factions stand on the bridge instead of swimming under it? No, not unless you want to mess with the nav mesh and pathfinding, and I wouldn't recommend it because that's when things start to get really fucky. So, unfortunately, the only way that you can guarantee they'll do it is if you wall off the entire island and it forces them to use that because it will reroute their nav mesh. Other than that, they're just going to swim right across. Yeah, make the island inaccessible unless they use that. But that's the only option you got. So, unfortunately. Some of Kenshi's fan art goes so hard. I agree. Kenshi's fan art is really good. We have a really good art, like fan art community. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. We have a very good fan art community. I mean, we just have a generally good community as a whole. Of our community, good stuff. All right, we need to get our research station set up, which I think we're gonna do over here because now that we have racking research, we can do that. I think we should be able to do that. Racking research, electrical components. I think we have a couple of those left. Research or 2. This will allow us to have research without taking up so much goddamn space. Do we have anyone that has electrical components, or do we use all? We sell all those? We may have sold them, but if we sold them, that's fine. We can get more pretty easy. Pretty easy. Oh man, what's the name of the AM I use? Yeah, Sentient Sands. Yep, Sentient Sands. We'll get that going. I am going to. I'm not going to go looking for the throne. Once we get the other building set, I'm probably going to use Shift F12 just to put the throne in. Because I don't feel like going out looking for the blueprint to get the throne. It's a pain in the ass. An absolute pain in the ass. An unnecessary pain in the ass is what it is. We do need to get battery power up and running. I don't think we're going to be using a lot of power, but we do need to get battery power up and running. Which I think we're going to do partially in this central building. I think this is going to be a combination batteries. What time are you going to call it tonight? I usually finish up around 11:30. Around 11:30. Battery bank. We need a lot of electrical components. So I'm going to need to make an electrical crafting station. Do I have it? Electrical workbench. That's what we need right there. Boomski. We need power to do it, though. Fuck. Are you making a throne room while the towers are production and storage? So the towers are going to be a combination of production and storage and all that stuff. Yeah. So this is research. This is where everyone sleeps, and then I'll break these up into various like things. Like one will be agriculture, one will be agriculture, one will be smithing, one will be storage, one will be something else, medical, something like that. So we'll go there. Okay, so and then the central area here, I'm not 100% sure what the total breakup will be, but yeah, that's my general idea is we're gonna break it up like that. Gonna break it up that way. Okay, so we have the iron. We have the iron iron plates, so we can work on that. Right, 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 guys, right. No, do we have no one working iron plates? Work the iron refinery. What are we doing, guys? What are we doing? Oh, we have no one mining iron. That's what it is. D. Brute. Mine iron. Mine iron. You mine iron. What's the quality on that versus this? 50-50? Ah, it's this. It's this. Got any tips for the cannibal hunter start? Yeah, okay, so there's a trick with the cannibal hunter start that you have to realize early on. The reason that it gives you two characters is because you're supposed to let one of them die. You both run. You drop your fucking weapons because they're going to weigh you down, and you run, and the slower of the two of you is going to fall. The point is that one of you dies while the other escapes. Okay? That's the reason that you start with two people. 99% of the time. Every so often, you'll be able to get both of them out of there, but 99% of the time, that's what it is. Here, according to your Discord settings, you can only be messaged if we're friends on Discord. That's not true. I get messages from people all the time that aren't friends on Discord. Yeah, that's weird because I get messages all the time. But go ahead and try. Go ahead and try. It might send me a message request. I mean, if not, I'll add you. It's not a big deal, Pork. Not a big deal. I know that you're not going to be all up in my shit all the time. Clyde says I can't just try. All right. Well, I'll take a peek. I'll take a peek because I get message requests from people. It happens, semi frequently. Maybe it's because no, maybe it's because we're in a different server together. I don't know. Try messaging me directly out of the server, maybe. Because again, I get message requests all the time. Hero survived with both because of a tech hunter once. That's true. A passing tech hunter did in fact help me survive. That did happen once. Did happen. Yeah, because I'm not. I don't think I'm friends with Saiyan either, and he's DM'd me as well. So it might be something on your end. I wonder what happens if the one I left is a skeleton. I'm pretty sure they'll still throw him in a cage and beat him to death. They just won't. They won't cook him, but they'll still beat him to death. A lot of twitching is happening. What's up with that? Oh, it's because they're building the harpoon turrets, right? Right. All right, Manos, I'm gonna have you jump on that so Brute can hop off because this isn't what he's really good at anyway. Hand, we're gonna have you hop on that. We're gonna have Brute continue that. And we're gonna have Thoke jump on that. Yeah, more iron, more production, good to go. Everything's great. We got a little bit of power. Just enough to get some researching moving. Not enough to do any good research, but enough to make things move. We love it. We love to see it. Things are going good. Things are going good. We're fine. Everything's fine. Hopefully, things stay fine. We don't have anything coming up, so we should be okay. The Arachnid Queen is over here. We're going to end up taking her down at some point, but right now this is working. I saw a short you made a couple of months ago with a dialogue typing window and NPCs to interact with it. What's it called and does it work well? It's called Sentient Sands, and it does, but it requires a little bit of work to make it work. But it does work out. It does. It requires a little bit of work on the back end to make it functional and good, but it does work. You guys are playing battleships in the DMs. All right, so you have good science, so we'll have you work on that as well. Yeah. Nice. Okay. We need copper as well. So we're actually, there's a copper node over here, if I recall. Where was it? There was a copper node. There was one right over this way. I just don't remember exactly where. Not far from the a little small little copper node. Small little copper node. Oh, there it is. Is it? No, that's not it. Where the fuck did it go? I know that it's here. I mined copper from it yesterday. Where the hell did it go? Am I a stupid? Was it over here? I don't think it was that far out. Iron. Where the hell was the copper node? Hello, Watso. What's going on? Welcome, welcome. Where the hell did the copper node go, guys? Am I stupid? Am I silly? Am I a fool? Am I an absolute buffoon? I know there was one. Is that it? Oh, that's iron. I mined a bunch of copper from it. Yeah, you can't see shit at night. That's true. That's true. Is this it? Ah, that's it. I found it. I found it. I found it. I found it. Don't worry about it. I found it. It's all right. We're going to grab as much copper as we can. Going to grab as much copper as we can. When are you going to start throwing plague-ridden corpses over the walls? Probably. Probably. I saw your video on Catlon attempts to recreate his empire. I'm figuring he has difficulties with the notion that every human is a unique mind. Most of them aren't overburdened by intelligence, but they are unique. That's one of his many issues. He doesn't understand. He just fundamentally doesn't understand humans. And part of it comes down to the fact that he doesn't understand humans have a short lifespan. Like, he knows it intellectually, but like to a skeleton, time is not really a variable, right? It's just not something they think about. It's not something they consider. And so when you look at it from like that perspective, they just don't think about time in that way. And they don't understand that the humans don't remember what they did in the past. And more importantly, the humans don't remember what the skeletons did for them. That's partly why Catlon's fall was so tragic, was because he remembered all of the good things he had done and what made him a hero in the first place. But by the time, you know, the Second Empire's like fall had come around, the end of the Second Empire, the generation that was still there of humans didn't realize he was anything other than a tyrant. They had forgotten that he was a hero, you know? If you explain human uniqueness as the Kitty Kaiser, he might facepalm and say that explains so many things. So, yeah, devastating stuff. You know, one thing, I think one interesting, like, critique, I guess. I don't know if critique's the right word, but one interesting piece of criticism or critique that I've gotten for... God damn, we got another arachnid raid coming towards us, and we're still not ready for that. We are still not ready for that. Oh, damn, they're coming from, like, right there. They're, like, right fucking there. They, like, pop up out of nowhere. Yeah, they're... Oh, man, they're coming in hot, too. They're coming in hot. Fuck! They got dudes with stats in the 70s and blood spiders with them. Yeah, we'll pass on that shit. Everybody out! Everybody flee. We're gonna go hang out with these guys for a minute. Jobs, hold. We're not engaging with that for a minute. Yeah, we're not ready to fight the arachnids. Look at these guys. They have stats in the 70s. They're busted. Yeah, we're not ready for that shit yet. We're not ready yet. We're not ready. Do you go live daily? I go live every Monday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Although Thursdays are usually not Kenshi. I do a palate cleanse stream on Thursday. So you know, there's that. Anyway, so one of the small pieces of criticism that I got on that video was people were like, oh, like Catlon would never side with he would never ally with Longan or trust Longan. The interesting part about it is that the at no point did I say that he trusted Longan, right? Catlon is focused on taking down and conquering Kenshi. And in my mind, I probably could have done a better job of saying this in the video, but I didn't, which is my own fault. He didn't view it as a trust of Longan. He subjugated the United Cities. He forced them into submission. They subjugated and willingly committed themselves to Catalan's cause for self-preservation. He was using them as fodder because his own troops are finite, whereas the organic troops are not. He was using them to bolster his army. And then after the conquering was done, if he had won, he would have immediately executed Tengu and Longan and the Phoenix and everybody that was still, all the leaders that were still left. He would have executed every one of them. It was I'm using you as fodder. That was the only thing. That was the thing. My only critic is I don't think the Zealots of the Holy Nation would ally with the other factions, even in dire circumstances. I don't think their bigotry would allow them to. I think that in certain circumstances, they might put it aside. I think that if a skeleton army had just raided everywhere else in the world, right? We're raiding the continent. And I think that if the Holy Nation charged on the skeletons and then mid-battle, the Hivers and the United Cities started killing the skeletons with them, I think that they would be smart enough to be like, okay, skeleton, because like they viewed the Shek. The reason why, one of the many reasons that I had the Shek charge first was one, because I thought it made sense, but also it made the Holy Nation more willing to accept that the other races were not part of this, because they viewed the Shek as the children of Narco. Well, the children of Narco just got wiped out by Narco's army first. Right? They got decimated by them first. That sends a clear precedent to the Holy Nation that, oh shit, they're killing everybody. They took down their own children, the children of Narco. They took them down first. They wiped them out first. I think that it would set a precedent that later on, when the Hivers and the UC flip sides, they were like, oh, wait a minute, like, if we don't do this, we're gonna, because the Holy Nation's lost ground, right? Like I showed it on the map. They lost Stack, they lost Blister Hill, they had skirmishes in Oakran's Valley. They were losing ground. Blister Hill was the last spot. The UC had been half destroyed, like the southern UC had been completely taken over. They had started to break into the north. Shobatai, Heft, and Stoat were the only remaining major settlements for the United Cities. Henge got taken over, and that was when Longan was like, all right, we done. I think if it came down to it, if they walked into an ambush and the Hivers, after seeing the Shek get decimated, they see the Hivers and the UC turn on the skeletons, I think that even though they are the religious zealots, and I think that as soon as the war was over, fighting would eventually resume, I think that they would be able to recognize that, like, we have an immediate threat and we have a common enemy. We are not your friends, but we'll overlook this one, right? And then I think that what ended up happening is the fight happens, Blister Hill happens, Catlan falls, the Legion gets destroyed, and I think that there's a moment where everyone kind of universally looks around and is like, so what happens now? And I think that like the Phoenix orders his men to stand down and tells everyone to like leave the city, and it's basically like, this is your one free pass. Basically, get out. Like, get out of my city. Get out of my territory. We're done. I won't kill you. I won't attack you. Out of respect and out of mutual respect for what just happened. But next time will be different. But right now, we're done. There's been enough bloodshed today. There's been enough. So that was my thought process behind it. That was my thought behind it. Coliseum that, and let's see. Oh, right, that's empty. I have the water that my wife brought me. So, yeah, Catlan would be the main embodiment of their, exactly. He is literally the closest to Narco herself to them. So, like, he wiped out the children of Narco first. I think that would be enough for the Holy Nation to be like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. So the other thing too is like I admittedly I think I kind of gave the impression that this all would happen in like a quick period of time. I think this whole thing would happen over several weeks or months, like several months. I think this will be a long campaign. I don't think it would be several years, but I do think that it would be like 3 to 6 months worth of fighting. You know, might be bugged, might need an import. Well, I mean, it says they arrived, right? Yeah, so it says they're there. Just give them a couple minutes and they'll leave. Right now, what are they doing? They're following leader. Who is leader? Oh, wait. Some of them came over here. Some of them are over here. Pretty sure. No? Oh, no. Those are these guys. How much money do I have? Not much. Not much. What's the occasion? Glorious day. For me, Bugman. I take my final battle of the Bugmaster. Put the Bugmaster together. Okay, well, good luck with that. Yeah. Bounty hunters ain't gonna let me join them. That's fine. I thought maybe I could bring them with me to help fight these guys, but I guess not. I guess not. Some of these guys are way too strong. I think even with the bounty hunters, we wouldn't stand a chance right now. These guys have what stat? Yeah, they have comparable stats, but they just outnumber us far too much. Far too much. I think reset Catlon could take years. Yeah, I think if Catlon reset, it would take a long, long time. It would take a really long time. Bug the front gate. Well, let's turn it to 20 and see what happens. Here, we'll send Io. He's the fastest over here. See what happens. Close this. Open this. I don't think they're even set to hostile right now. They're not. They're just following the leader. So who's the leader? Wait, take me to your leader. Take me to your leader. I think there's got to be a way to identify the leader. You gotta have like a fancier helmet or something. Slave. Stalker. I think the stalkers are the ones that have like stats. Some of these guys have stats in the 70s. Like an asinine. Nova, Ruka. There's a Ruka here? And it's a dude? And it's a Scorchlander? Blaspheming. That's what that shit is. Oh, first time adding to my game, I got enslaved by them day one. Damn. First day, man. First day. Terrible stuff. What are you doing? Who are you shooting at, bro? I think it's something to do with the Blood Spider AI. Sometimes they try to heal them, but they're full health. Maybe it's, maybe because... Oh, yeah, because they grow, and so their health decreases and increases and all that crap over and over again. That's probably what it is. That's probably something stupid like that. Something fucking ridiculous like that. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's go to Shun. We'll take this opportunity to maybe let him run out. We need engineering research, but have nearly raided almost every lab in Ruin. Yeah, it do be that way sometimes. It do be that way. Bust this man in the chops. Damn skin spider bastards. Rat bastards, that's what they are. Rat bastards. Flavor is great in Kenshi. Excellent opportunity for training. That's true. That's true. Hard to outrun them if they got scout legs. They got some legs. They got some legs. It's fine. We'll go into the workshops, fight some beak things. We got to train these three up. I think, yeah, they're not in great shape, so we'll put them on block. But we got to go train these guys up anyway. So give them an opportunity to make some gains. Make some gains. Thank you some stuff here. I think it worked out. It worked out without you having to uncurse your Discord with me as a friend. If you got time, yeah, I'll check it out. I'll check it out. Yeah, I'll check it out. I shall take a peek. If not this evening, I'll check it out first thing in the morning. I usually do my scut work during the day. making lore shorts and whatnot. Oh, this is a really pretty view. God damn. I gotta remember. Let me make a note. Where am I right now? What am I standing on? This ridge here? I gotta make a note for that. In terms of like getting B-roll footage, this is actually like a really pretty spot. You get some really good B-roll footage here. Like right here, nice slow zoom out with the camera. Like, hold on, let me just fucking let me show you guys. Like this is a beautiful spot for B-roll. Beautiful spot. I did like a nice B-roll right here. Oh damn, dude, that would go hard as hell. Hard as hell. Oof. Beautiful. All of this area, honestly. Magnificent. Magnificent. That's what that shit is. Oh, it's gonna be nighttime soon. All right. Well, we're gonna sit right here. What are those? More arachnids. Shet Kingdom. Got it. We got berserkers. We got Shet Kingdom. So there's about to be a brawl down there. Shek and berserkers, I'm sure. Oh no, no, no. They muddled away from each other. Utah does not have hivers. Utah does in fact have hivers. I've been there. I think they do. I think they do. I think that's a lie. I've never actually been to Utah. I've been to half of the U.S. Utah is not one of the places I've been. I've been to many places. Utah is not one of them. Okay, so we're gonna head into back into the grid. My thought is that we could both use more engineering research if we can find some, but also in addition to that, we need electrical components anyway, so not a big deal. We need electrical components anyway. Utah's pretty cool. Tons of good scenery. Caught in a flash flood there once. That sounds marvelous. Being caught in a flash flood in Utah. That sounds absolutely marvelous. Stunning. That's what that sounds like. Absolutely stunning. Real good time you just described. Real good time. Real great time. In fact, great, honestly, busted time. Busted time. All right. We already searched that one. Although I think we didn't take some of the engineering research, some of the electrical components, and we could use those now. We don't need them, like we can craft them, but we don't have crafting always happening because we don't have power all the times. But we need electrical components so we can get batteries going, so that way we can start to store power. You. Okay. You over here. Nope. Nope. All right, so there's a no-go on that. Let's continue. Let us continue. I think there's a couple more workshops in here. Another one right here. I don't come into the grid very much. Not usually an area that I like to go. Not usually an area that I like to go. Not for me. It's not my cup of tea. No, it is not. Buy some hash in the swamp. Give it to the animals here. Baked things. Oh my god, you're a fucking genius. You're an absolute genius. He's figured it out. He's cracked the code. Baked things. Honestly, we'd probably tone them the fuck down. Calm them down a little bit. The dang beakers, man. The dang beakers. Speaking of beakers, we've actually gotten away without a ton of opposition here. This little trip of ours. He's still hanging at our base. Still hanging at our base. Still just hanging out there. Fucking awesome. That's awesome. Oh, nice. Flesh, we can sell this stuff. Not going to use any of it, but we can sell it. And selling stuff is important. That is a lot of engineering research. Jesus Christ. So the bone plating on the Shek and Bone Dogs, they were Second Empire genetic experiments, right? Are there any other candidates where the bone plate genes came from? So I've talked about this a little bit here and there. Basically, what I think happened was the Second Empire at the time of creating of testing around to create the Shek, right? They did proof of concept test runs and stuff to make sure that it was safe, right? Because during the time that they did the Shek, they would have created the Shek, they would have been Firstly, they would have been trying to do it covertly compared to the hybers, where it was at the end and it was a lot more aggressive. So it was more covert. And also, they didn't want to. They wanted to make sure it would work and that it wouldn't cause like issues, right? Like they weren't trying to kill their own populace; they were trying to crack down on the cult, and by making them more violent. So they basically isolated the genes that would make them more more durable, more violent, tougher, a little bit more aggressive, all of that stuff. And they did it because they wanted to make them violent entities within the cult, and it would basically give them justification for cracking down on the cult, so it wouldn't be religious persecution, it'd be cracking down on a violent entity, right? So when they did the test runs, I think before they implemented the gene alterations on the unborn children of the cult that would grow to become the enforcers, right? Because they were born the brothers of Okran. I think before they implemented those gene alterations on the children of the cult, they tested it on animals first. I think they tested it on animals like the pack bulls and the bone dogs and stuff like that. And they did the tests on them to isolate the correct genes, the correct sequences for editing. And then once they did that and they got the right ones down, they implemented it on people. And because the same alterations were done to the dogs that were done to the humans that would become the enforcers, they evolved on a similar evolutionary path, being that of having bone armor plating. So I think they were both alterations, but I think that the dogs were done as a proof of concept, as a test run, as like a trial phase almost. And the Shek were done later on, but the alterations were the same, which is why they ended up evolving in a similar way genetically. Because the alterations that were done with them to them were the same. What would happen if the Bugmaster got bored one day, grabbed all his spiders, and went to pay his former boss a bonk on the head? In game, they'd make cleanser units. Probably they won't even make it that far. Check out Kenshi Coliseum. I had it check out. It was a Catlon, his generals, and 120 Storm Thralls versus the Bugmaster and all of his a shit ton of skin spiders. They didn't stand a fucking chance. Wasn't even a chance. Honestly, it was beyond unfair. They fucking absolutely obliterated them. Absolutely obliterated them. It was criminal. It was criminal. Turned him to fucking putty. That's what they did. They turned him straight to putty. It was criminal. Absolutely criminal. This looks so fucking cool. Yeah, the crater's such a cool looking place. It's so cool. Do you think there's any credence to my Scorchlander origins? Remind me what the Scorchlander one was. Remind me what you'd said. Been a while. I get a lot of theories thrown my way sometimes. You gotta remind me. Shoot me a reminder. Went through the crater last night. My God, be careful. Yeah, dude, it's a rough place to be. It's a rough place to be. I keep an eye on our flanks. You never know. Squint over here, just absolutely dropping it. Absolutely dropping it. Drop it like it's hot. We're gonna drop it like it's hot. Which one of you guys is the least injured? I think it's you. We're first aid this beaker. We're gonna heal him up. Heal him up. We're gonna pick him up. You're gonna come with us. You're gonna come with us. You're gonna come with us, boyo. That beaker is currently yo-yoing. Hilarious. We're gonna first aid one of the beakers because he's coming with us. Scorchlanders aren't adapted to the desert. They're adapted to an irradiated environment, increased melanin production. Is seen in animals around Chernobyl. Gray hairs and is anti-cancer, and yellow eyes because of the age of chaos. I think that it's possible. Like, I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to say no. I think that it's definitely possible. I think that that holds just as much possibility as my theory of it just being natural evolution for the desert. Because my thought on the scorched laners has always been like it was just natural environmental adaptation, right? They are smaller and lighter, so they can tread across the sand easier because the sand would heavy things have a hard time moving through the sand. So smaller and lighter means they can travel through the sand easier. Their glowing eyes let them see in the dark because deserts are incredibly dark at night. Their darker skin and white hair is their darker skin. I mean, is the byproduct of increased melanin production to deal with the sun. It's an environmental adaptation. But I think that your theory is just as possible or plausible as my own. Just as plausible as my own. Okay, they ran into the gate now. They should just run through, do their thing, and then they'll get the hell out. Leaving and coming back seems to have fixed the circumstance. God damn it, guys. God damn it, God damn it, God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. Are you guys all independent? Is anybody, like, following the leader here? Is there a leader? Oh, I think these guys are all independent. I'm gonna sick these guys on them. All right, here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to come over here, okay, where it's relatively safe on hold, and then I'm gonna send Eno over here, and I'm gonna save it in case this is one of the few times where I'm like maybe I might save Scum because it's a byproduct of a bug. I think this will be the only time I've ever possibly reloaded something just because it's from a bug. All right, we're going to send one guy over here. We're going to attack one guy with Eno, right? They just want to talk. Yeah, I bet they do, little bastards. Rat fucking bastards. That's what they are. They're bastards. Find your leader. Take me to your leader. Who's the war leader here? War leader, anybody? No? I don't know. Fine. Okay. Attack is triggered. They're moving in. All is well. There are 3 bases over here. So you guys... I'm going to have you guys actually go over here to the other one. Eno, you're going to pop over here. All right, I think that may have got it. I think that may have unbroken it. Now they're all in my base. I think that did it. Yeah, that did it. Okay, I just needed to go trigger their aggression, and then they'd move on. So we're all good now. All is well. All is well. We did it. All is well. Nice. Yeah, we just had to trigger their aggression. The Arachnids mod seems very buggy. I think it's partly because of the way my base is designed, and then they use blood spiders in their thing, and I think that it's just I don't know. It's a whole thing. It's fine. It's fine. It happens. It's fine. It happens. These things happen. Okay, so everybody get back to work. Get your jobs done. What are you guys doing? Stop fucking around. What are you doing, you friggin' toadies? Everybody get back to work. Get back to work. So the electrical components. All right, racking research is done. That's good, because what that means is that I can take Gecko here, right? Take all of these off of him, off of this place here. I can dismantle this here workbench. Pretty sure. Hold on. Show research or rack 3. Yeah. Okay. Dismantle all that crap. Throw everything in here. And I can delete this whole operation. This whole building. Rid of this whole building. Dismantle that. All right, come gather up the iron plates and crap. Nice. We can get rid of this building here, which is good because then we can start to move. What is it? I can build the station house here to act as like the final building for this whole thing. So it'll be good. It'll be real good. I hope Kenshi 2 has thrown weapons that let me put rocks in a bag and throw them. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Rocks and bags. Bags and rocks. Bags and rocks. Rocks and bags. All right. So, you are no longer on that. You are now on this. That is what you do. You do that now. You research stuff from there. Fantastic upgrade. It's going to cost 20 power. We should probably get power batteries set up in. So I think power is going to be in here because this is where we have the electrical box. So we're going to start building batteries. Batteries. Power, battery bank. I need two. Gotta be a good spot for me to put these. Gotta be a decent spot for me to put these. Gotta sort of yeah. We don't need like a ton of power, right? That's the other thing. We don't need like a metric ton of power. We just need power. We just need power. Kenshi Hivers are one of the best sci-fi races across fiction, not going to lie, in theme design and quirks. Oh, I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. They're an absolutely fantastic race. The sheer like uniqueness of their design, their culture, all of it is crazy. I find them so fascinating. Hence why what is it? One of my earliest theories that I ever made was on the Hivers. Actually it's the first what a Hiver tastes like. You're not the first person to ask me that. It's actually the first solo theory that I ever did was my Hiver theory. First theory I ever did on my own. We're just gonna load this place. I gotta remember that this is a Hive workshop, right? So like the Hivers, they're not like a particularly cleanly people in that sense. They're not like super organized in that way. And even though like the exile is doing other things, I don't think he's gonna be worried too much about all that. If you look at the Sniper Valley border north, right across the little mountain with three sides like a pyramid, please tell me what you think. Will do. Hold on. Take a peek. Sniper Valley over here. Right here. Okay, pyramid. I mean that's a pretty pyramidy pyramid, it looks pretty fucking pyramidy, I'd have to go over and see the place manually, but in person per se, but there's a couple of them throughout the place. Like there's that one there. There's another one right there. So I mean I have to take a closer look at it in person, but no, it's pretty pyramidy. It definitely doesn't look natural, that's for sure. But I'd have to take a closer look in person. Maybe once I go over there, I'll take a peek at it. Once we get some of these battery banks filled up, we should be able to start producing a little bit of power. Also, we got to research small wind theory, so I can fill this place up with wind generators too. We got? What do we got? What do we got? To be fair, the races in Kenshi all feel their own for the most part. There's such a unique charm to Kenshi. That's one of the things that I've really liked about Kenshi always has been that like the races feel intrinsically themselves. They don't feel like they're necessarily based on anything or a direct rip from anything. Like they feel so unique. I can't think of any other game where that has a race like the Hivers. I can't think of anything that has a race like the Shack. Like they're so specific to Kenshi. It's badass. Badass. It is badass. Hello from Malaysia. Hello, hello. Thank you for popping in. What race is the best in Kenshi? Are you talking about lore-wise, stat-wise, or my favorite? Because my favorite is the Shack, followed by the Hivers, and then the Skeletons, and then the Humans. Lore-wise, best race, the best race, technically speaking, lore-wise, would be probably... The Skeletons have the biggest drawback, but they're also the most the longest lasting. Hivers are one of the more well equipped for Kenshi, but they have some, severe weaknesses in terms of their infrastructure and how they function. There's no individuality, so it's kind of hard. I think Shek are probably one of the best equipped to still maintain a level of independence, survive on Kenshi, and like travel around. But I think in terms of lore, probably the Skeletons. My personal favorite, I like the Shek. I like the Shek. I think the Shek are cool. They're fucking people with bone armor plating. You say Shek are your favorite race in Kenshi? They are. I'm not like a Shek gooner, but they are my favorite race. I think they're fucking they're a warrior culture. Firstly, I was a Dragon Ball Z kid, okay? I was raised on Dragon Ball Z, god damn it. And when you show me a warrior culture like the Shek, my brain immediately is basically like, these are Kenshi Saiyans. They're Kenshi Saiyans. They're Kenshi Saiyans. And I think that's fucking hilarious. That's awesome. And then they have natural bone armor. That's amazing. They have they have literal natural armor growing out of their body in the form of bones. That's a badass. I don't know how you can't think that's badass, You gotta think it's cool because it is. Because it is. Excuse me. I think I did. Oh, light generator. That's the one. That's the one. Oh, you have research stuff that we can throw in there. Bop bop. Bop 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 bam bop. Ooby-doo bop bam bop. Tech level 4. Racked 4. Thing. We're not worried about smithing right now. We're not there yet. Not quite there yet. Well, you can. Well, we got to get the battery power up and get that moving. Crank out as many of these electrical components as we can. Get these battery packs up and running so we can have some backup power. Will the Shek be more like fish in Kenshi too? I don't think they'll be more like fish. No. No. I don't think so, no. Believe it or not, my favorite are the Skeletons, least favorite are the Hivers, but I always try to not let that come across my writings personal challenges. Fair enough. Fair enough. Totally fair. Totally fair. WoW orcs are like the Shack. That's also true. That's also true. That's also true. I hate a lot more of the non-playable races, especially some of the cursed modded ones. Oh yeah, touche. Some of the modded races are fucking absolutely cursed. Absolutely cursed. The number of furry modded races that I have are insane. Not like that I have on here, but like that I've seen that I hate. I don't have furry modded races on here. No. I'll pass, thank you. Not my goon. Sorry, not today. Not today. Do you think the Shek and Hivers will be playable in Kenshi too? Yeah, they'd be foolish not to. The Hivers are rapidly becoming kind of the Hivers are rapidly becoming the mascot for Kenshi. That's like I feel like that's just part of it. Like as the fandom grows, the love for Beep and Hivers in general continue to grow. Like they are very rapidly becoming the mascots for Kenshi. I don't think anybody can deny that. I think anybody that tried to deny it would be wrong. That'd be foolish. I mean, that's just, it is what it is, you know? And I think that if they were to not do that, then it'd be... honestly, I don't know why I have the Goatman race mod. I know I was trying to make my list like Genesis without being full Genesis, but I genuinely don't know what I did to accidentally add that. Fair, fair, fair. I don't know what you did either. That's cursed as hell. That's cursed as hell. But you know, it's fine. I'm not gonna judge you much. Not gonna judge you much, but yeah, you know, it's fine. It's fine. That's totally fine. Probably. I think we'll make this one storage. Storage. So we're gonna do building materials. Oh damn, things are huge. Really invest in a fucking storage container. Smaller too. Jesus Christ. Copper. We'll get storage for copper. Probably just one. Copper's fine. Iron ore. Good. Iron plates. Good. Good. Again, I'm kind of letting them be kind of messy because I don't want to kind of break the Hiver. Like it's the Hivers are a messy people, you know. They're a messy people. They're not inherently a very they're not worried about like space or anything like in that way. So we'll put food right there. For food. Actually, you know what? We'll put food up on the third floor. People up. What else? What else do we need storage for? Electricals? We can storage. Electricals. Components right here. A couple over here. I think we're gonna use these totally fine. There we go. There we go. Good. Anything else that we want to store in here? Cheese, building materials, salt crates, milk, green fruit, copper. Iron plates. We could probably use another plate for them. I don't know if I think I broke. Here. Yeah, and this whole tower is just storage. So not too concerned about making it not prettiest storing our shit. Steel bars. We don't have any steel bars right now, but we will. And when we do, this is where we will put them. All right, get to work, boys. Get to work. Their homes are made of vomit. I don't think cleanliness ever crossed their minds. I mean, yeah, literally, that's part of it. So, you know, we're make a ton of storage containers. All will be well, and we'll go from there. We'll get batteries made. We'll get everything going. Got a copper. We are out of copper. Boom, bop. Boom, bop, bam, bop. Are you people bounty hunters? I always get confused because there's so many bounty hunters that are just like loafing around. Just loafing around doing stuff and things. Things and stuff. You know, when you're not mining, or when the power runs low, what's here. Have you mine copper right now? That's what you do. You mine copper. That's your job right now. You know, is mining copper. I feel like xenomorphs would fit with Kenshi. Xenomorphs would probably fit pretty well with Kenshi. I think they'd have to be altered just slightly. But if you made like a Shek like esque xenomorph with like bone armor plating and stuff, I think it would fit really well. It'd be horrifying. It's true, you did miss the wife cameo. No one saw my wife. Let me clarify. No one saw my wife, but I think you guys heard her. I don't know. Did you guys hear her? Did you guys hear her? She did talk. No one saw her, but I think we heard her. You heard? Yeah, okay. Yeah. 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 All right, we need to... There's a couple things. Search. Loading this place up with building materials and with iron plates and iron ore, electrical components. Yeah, just load this place right up. Right up. The Shek had axolotl features. That would be cool, like an aquatic Shek. That'd be badass. That'd be badass. Pretty sure I saw hold on. I'm pretty sure I saw one sliver. God damn, I can't fucking talk. One sliver of a strand of black hair on a pixel in the corner of your screen before she scurried off. Probably. She has mostly black hair, so that would make sense. I think Hero's ignoring me. I'm not ignoring you. I answered you. Well, I didn't answer you. I responded to the axolotl features thing. But I did respond to the axolotl features. That's an interesting idea. But no, she does have mostly black hair, so that makes sense. Okay, yeah. I mean, we're moving. We're getting materials made up. We're getting battery power stored. Things are looking good. How much copper do we have stored? That's the other question. That's one of the big ones right now. Where are we at with that? 24 copper. All right. You know, we're gonna switch your priorities now. You're off mining copper. You're going. I didn't know Shek had fish features in concept. I mean, there was, yeah, it was just there was a lot of different types of Shek and features and stuff that were drawn up. Like originally, the Shek were also supposed to have like a patriarchal figure that was like these giant fucking golems, basically, like these giant, massive mega Shek that were like 20 feet tall that would sit on these big chairs and stuff, and they were supposed to be the ones that rolled over the Shek, but they got scrapped. There was a lot of different features. It's like when you look at the concept art for the hivers, like some of the original shapes and concept shapes for the hivers was fucking, they were wild. Yes, some of the test shapes for hivers were wild. It's funny you're doing a Hiver Exile run. I'm doing one too. I'm on day 140 on mine. What are your long-term goals? We're going to eliminate the Hiver Queens, and we're going to take out the Western, the Southern, the UC, and the Holy Nation. Those are our primary goals because they are oppressive to the Hivers, and the Exile is going to wipe out anybody that holds his Hive brothers and sisters down. He's taking out anybody that he views as holding them down. He's freeing his Hivers from oppression of slavery and freeing them from the oppressive nature of the queens that will toss them aside and don't care about them. So, all right, we're building up battery power, which is good. Hiver Tin, he's like Hiver Tin Fist, except you know, a little bit more devilly, a little bit more vocal, a little bit more devilly. You know, I haven't used Sentient Sands in like 2 or 3 episodes because I went pretty hard on it like a few episodes ago. So I wanted to break. Plus we're base building, so I haven't used it in a few episodes. But you know, it's a thing. It's a thing. All right, Hive Station House. Time to get the final section of our castle built. Final section of our castle built. So we're gonna build this. We're gonna need raw meat and stuff to build it, but that's fine. We're gonna get this built, and then I'll get it moved into place once it's built. Need a lot of raw meat for it, so we're gonna have to go beak thing hunting. Beak thing hunting. We're gonna go hunting for beakers. Is he evil in a sense? So the Hive Queens view him as the Hive Devil. They call him the Hive Devil. They call him the Red King and the Hive Devil and a bunch of other things. So to the Queens, he's evil. And in a way, he's kind of evil because his plan, while on the surface good, he's ultimately dooming his people to extinction because like they can't survive without the Queens. But in his mind, he's willing to let his people die if it means that you know, if they're free. He's willing to let this be the last generation of Hivers if it means that they can all be individuals and be free. Unfortunately, guys, I think I'm gonna do one last thing, but I think the trip to go kill some the crater trip, the beaker trip is not until tomorrow. Is not gonna be until tomorrow. What's today? Wednesday? Oh, today's Wednesday. No, yeah, no, never mind. Tomorrow's Thursday, so it may not be until Sunday, guys. I might leave you guys on a serious cliffhanger, and I'm so sorry. I might be leaving you guys on a cliffhanger. I'm sorry. I am gonna do one more thing though before I go. Yeah, unless Muffin cancels on me again. Yeah, that does happen sometimes. Wow, what a fucking pose. What a pose. What a pose. Look at that. Just throwing that fucking dude out. Absolutely diabolical. Listen, guys, also, do remember, we do have the Tengu's Vault podcast stream tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with me and Pato. It is live, and it'll be on Spotify as well. Thank you, saying you read my mind, guys. Yes, Tengu's Vault podcast tomorrow. Any plans for another long lore video? Not this upcoming week, but the week after. I try to drop a long form video a long form lore video or what if video or a science video every 2 weeks or so, because they take a lot of time and research to produce and put together and all that stuff. I do have a couple things I'm working on. I'm probably going to end up dropping a Kenshi science video next. I think I'm going to do my Deadlands video, where I'm going to explain the science of why the Deadlands looks the way that it does, basically. Dive into all of that. Hero, I implore you to look at the Shek OG concept art. I think it's huge to the lore. You know, I'll look at it right now, live on stream. Kenshi Shek concept art. Which ones? Because well, here we have the concept art category. Let's find out. Concept art category is all the concept art. Where's the Shek? Where you at, Shekley boys? Bone dogs. Hive. Loading screens. Fauna. Jack. Not seeing it. Yeah, I'm not seeing it, my good buddy. I'm not seeing it. Binary, walls, gates, font. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. You'll have to let me know. I'll check it out. I'll check it out. But yeah, guys, Tengu's Vault podcast is tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to subjugate this beaker. Attempts to tame the beak thing. Beast, you answer to me now. Submit yourself. We're going to attempt to tame the beak thing. We will be taming the beaker. Pretty sure he's unconscious, though. Fine. Dialogue library. Watch, it's gonna say gutter. Beak thing. Beak thing. ... Submit yourself and join my squad. And join my faction. Tames the beak thing. Give him a little ear scratch. Give him a little scratch on his ear. Give him a little ear scratch. Little scratch. Jay, send it to me on Reddit. If you have Reddit, send it to me over Reddit. It's the easiest. It's one of the easier ways to get a hold of me. Did you respond? I want to see if you responded. Beak thing. Submit yourself. Join my faction. Tames beak thing. ... Because he doesn't talk. Submit! Don't bring us another guy's noise. Sounds good. Yeah. I think your squad mates are calling you crazy for attempting that. I mean, yes, but no. You know, they're in the back talking about how it's weird being free. Better than the Queen's orders. A scream ends an order that never does. It's true. It's true. It's true. You should put it in a bed. I don't have any beds right now. You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna do something a little bit. We're gonna do something a little fun. Where are my dice? Here you are. Okay. Okay. I've got my dice here. Here's what we're gonna do. Are you ready? Since Sentient Sands doesn't want to work, I'm gonna whip out the old D20. All right, odds or evens, guys. Got my D20 here. Odds or evens. We recruit the beaker. We recruit the beaker. We're gonna let the dice decide. We're gonna let the dice decide. We got 1 vote for odds. We got 2 votes for odds. We got the odds. Odds. All right. So on an odd number, we let the beaker join. We join the beaker, and he becomes the pet of the exile. Now I'm not gonna have an army of beakers. I'm going to have 1 beak thing that is the exile's, like, pet. It's his mount, right? That's his thing. He rides a beak thing into battle like a proper king, right? He rides a beaker. He is the hive devil riding atop the back of a beaker. Okay. We're going to let it roll. That is a 7. That's a 7. We've got a beaker, baby. We've got a beaker. We love it. Boom. Beak thing has joined the squad. Okay, so we've got a pet beaker for our boy. Our boy has a pet beaker. We let the dice decide. We will let the dice decide. Lucky number 7. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so we're going to put him down. He's with us now. We got a lucky beaker. We love that. We love that for us. We love that. We do. We love that. Even you misspelled 7. Haha. Okay, so we're gonna end up renaming him at some point. But yeah, so he's gonna be the exiled hiver he's the Crimson Hiver who rides in on the back of an elder beak thing. How fucking terrifying would that be? An army of Hiveless led by a Crimson Hiver on the back of a beak thing, an elder beak thing. Terrifying, absolutely terrifying. Downside is this motherfucker has a hunger rate of 5. He is a hunky fucking boy. So we're gonna have to deal with that. But that's an issue we'll deal with when we get there, because this, guys, is where we are going to pause it for right now. Because it's 11:30, and that's my cutoff for the evening, or else I will get no sleep, and my life will be over because I'll become exhausted. I'm already fucking exhausted, and I usually am. Well, it doesn't matter. I run on like 5 hours of sleep these days. God, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. All right, guys. So I will be back tomorrow with probably a Muffin stream. I think we're gonna be playing Elden Ring. I'm not certain, but I'll probably be streaming with Muffin tomorrow per use. Also, again, remember Tengu's Vault tomorrow, 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Do not forget. You never know what might happen. We're gonna be talking about the animals of Kenshi. the animals of Kenshi. It's going to be a good time. We're going to have a fun time here. I look forward to seeing each and every one of you. And for anybody who doesn't pop in tomorrow, either on the podcast or on the stream with the Muffin, because I know that my variety streams are not very popular. You know, I usually have like 15 people in them. It's not a super wild time, but you know, it's a good palate cleanse. But for anybody that I don't see tomorrow during the during the palate cleanse stream, if we are doing that, I will see you on Sunday for the next exciting episode of the Hiveless King. So I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you guys for popping in. Anybody who donated, anybody who said anything, you know, anybody who contributed to chat, sent anything, all that stuff, I appreciate. So as always, guys, use your powers for good instead of evil. Make a difference in somebody's life, and have an awesome, awesome evening.